join
I'm
though.
playing like Assassin's Creed half the time when I join the pod.
Yeah, that's true. You are most of the time.
It's
You gonna
true.
play
That's what I
Assassin's Creed
do.
right now?
I don't know. I was debating on hopping over to Xbox and playing this because I was enjoying Neon White. I haven't
Go
played it
play
for a few
Neon White
days.
then. Go play Neon White.
I don't
Unless you
really
want to
feel
stay.
like it.
Play
I
Valhalla.
don't really feel like staying. It's
Then
one of those
go
things.
watch Shogun.
I should watch Shogun, but I'm trying to get Catherine to watch Shogun also, so I don't want to get ahead
Fucking
without her.
Jesus Christ! I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to do with you.
I know. That's my life. Did you take your vacation time yet, or is that still coming up?
That's
Or
in
is that for September
Labor Day.
for Labor Day? That's right. What's up, Z?
Stop.
Genesis.
Genesis. I'm here, but I'm not really here. I'm just gonna quit arbitrarily. Maybe I'll sit about and
Good. This
restart and
world's
just
multiplayer setting is to friends only. You must be friends with the host of this world to join.
Nice.
Once again, Microsoft, you just
Who could go for a slice
to
of cake
amaze me
right now? I could go for a slice of cake.
I'm having a hot pocket.
I'd bake a cake, but I don't want to.
Well, I guess I'm not joining this. I guess I'll just sit in this menu and do.
You should probably log into your Microsoft account.
I don't
Microsoft,
really
don't do
feel
it.
like doing that because I'm already logged into my fucking Microsoft account for your information.
Guys, have we considered
Fucking
switching the
hate
podcast to
everything
Xbox in general?
I don't mind you being upset at Microsoft. I mind you being upset when you join 1 minute like into the show. And
this is a live broadcaster.
And then you just complain, even though we could have troubleshooted if you hopped on like 5 minutes before. But that's whatever.
I think he's just here for the zip line.
I think he's just here for the zip line.
What do you want me to troubleshoot in this? What do you want me to? Why should I have to troubleshoot anything in this fucking piece of shit game?
Microsoft is worth $100 billion. They should be able to make it
fucking
run
$1 trillion fucking company, and you can't fucking.
Yeah. Oh no! Are you in one of your moods? Do we need to put this off till tomorrow?
No, Tuesday's the day.
Are you okay,
I will. We adopted the bylaws back in podcast number 17. Remember when we said it shall be held on Tuesday?
I'm already logged in. How do I add you as a friend here now?
We're already friends.
It says I can't join unless I'm friends with you.
Maybe because you're not acting friendly to me. You ever think about it?
I can't even mad at that one. Fuck that. I can't even be mad at that one. I can't. I can't. Maybe you're not acting friendly with me.
It's going all HAL 9000.
You know what?
Like,
I'm gonna give this
Genesis.
This chat.
Genesis, I think you're upset. I spelled Genesis.
I'm gonna give this chat a proper show. I'm gonna go on Stellar Blade and I'm
Gosh.
gonna host this.
Adam.
Stellar Blade. Fuck this.
Kevin, how did Kevin get in here?
I don't know. It just says this world's multiplayer settings.
Did someone leave the door open and he just walked in?
I sent you an invite.
Lock the doors. How else could Kevin just bust into places?
Yeah, let's try that.
I don't understand. It seems like you're not logged into your Microsoft account because it doesn't say your Microsoft's account's online.
I'm legitimately logged in.
Do you think Minecraft is included with Xbox Plus?
It is. It's in Game Pass. Yeah, it's in Game Pass.
I could join through Game Pass.
Stupid shit-ass fucking.
If you wanted to. You'd have to still talk via the headset and stuff.
I'd be a griefer. I could go via my phone.
You can't be a griefer.
Table. No, I can't be.
No, I would. I can't. I wouldn't give you privileges.
You wouldn't give me privileges in this world?
Yeah, only because you said I would be a griefer.
I guess you shouldn't have said that.
You know, that's a good. I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
Guys, if I'm like, hey, can you just spawn me 3 TNT blocks? And it's for purely non-griefing purposes.
He'd probably do it. He's humanity's man. He would do it.
Yeah, non-griefing, no grief, only joy.
Kevin said he'll be back in 15 minutes.
All right, cool. So we're starting the podcast. Welcome everybody to another episode of Crafting a Chat. It is episode 213. Today is August.
That's so many numbers.
2024.
It might be higher, it might be lower, honestly.
It might be. It might be like
we lost count at some point. We lost count at some point.
Can't you count? Don't you have like an uploaded video queue?
Yeah, you'd be surprised what YouTube remembers of your live videos and what it doesn't. I don't know what happened.
Some of them are still up someplace?
Yeah, they're still up. They're still on my YouTube.
Wow.
One of these days, I'll have to download all those and put it
I
in
got
a
a pod
database or
idea,
whatever.
guys. We do a live stream of like the OG pod, and we criticize those fucks.
No.
You talking about like going in that fucking structure over there, the one behind us?
Yeah, and then we watch episode 1, and we're like, who the fuck are these people? Why are they talking about this? And we pick apart their ideas. They're gonna be like, this game's gonna be good, and we're gonna be like, no, that game was shit. You guys have terrible ideas.
Huh? Like a past review, I guess.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah.
No.
I'll bring
As
it up to the
someone who's
council at a
listened to the
later
first
time.
couple episodes within the last year, I don't recommend it.
That's why it would be good to criticize them.
There was a point where Genesis and I were talking, and we're like, "Wow, we've really improved a lot." And that was like 140 episodes ago. We
I bet
were
you there's some
we
like
were fucking terrible.
caterpillar dude in those first ones who's
And
probably
like 20
awful.
weeks from now, we'll be like, "Wow, we were fucking terrible so long ago." Like, never look back, always look forward.
Always
Jack
look forward.
Reacher.
Yeah, look forward.
Jack Reacher, never look back, always look forward. That's that movie.
Nice. Okay. Well, what are we calling you this week? The hell's
I'm
your name?
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
Not to be confused with cat with a K. That is a
Cat is
fellow.
here, but I think he's muted.
Well, I'm Caterpillar, and I am not muted. You can't mute
Cat,
me until
are
I
you
randomly
here?
depart.
Yeah, he's not muted.
Okay.
He's playing Astro's Playroom, trying to beat my scores again.
Okay. When I hopped in, he was muted, so I don't know. I didn't know if he had muted himself already, but all right. So I'm joined by the normal crew here. Decinota's, as usual, late. We have Adam. Kevin's will be back in about 10 minutes at this point. I'm here as well. We got Caterpillar. We got Cat. And, yeah, we're here. We're alive. We're well.
We're well.
You know?
Yeah, well's debatable.
You're probably right. You're probably right. In today's day and age, well is probably a debatable word at that point.
Huh?
I'm back.
Hi, welcome back.
Well. Yeah.
Gentlemen, what did we all do last week? Adam, you want to start us off?
Well, I'm in a hot pocket.
All right, so you eat your hot pocket. I'll go ahead and do what I got to do. So what did I play last week? I played more Stellar Blade. Did we play First Descendant over the week? No, I don't think so.
No, we didn't because you were... Wait, no, hold on.
Did we?
We played one day, I
One
think.
day. And
then every other day we tried to do something. One of us is either asleep or busy.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, we got to clear something up.
once.
What were you doing outside with kids? That's all you said to Kevin, that you were outside with kids.
What, yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, I was at family's house with kids, so all the kids were there, and I was literally outside
Okay.
with the kids.
Okay, did you just say to Kevin, I'm outside with kids? That's it? That's all you said was I'm outside with kids?
I might have said it in that way, not providing any additional context, which could be taken out of context at that point.
Kevin and I were very confused.
What time of day
hold
was
on.
this at, by the way?
I should get a pass. I'm a dad. I'm a dad with
It was
two
like
kids,
11:30 p.m.
No, still, what are you doing
maybe
outside?
I don't get a pass, considering Dr. Disrespect did not get a pass with that, and yeah, he's
Why would he get a pass?
He's a dad, and he's also got a kid, and he still did stupid shit, so yeah.
Maybe
I guess
Why would anybody get a pass no matter what kind of family life they have?
Well, I was just saying, like, if I'm just saying I'm out with kids, like, I guess I could.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody knows me personally, so it's like I don't, maybe I don't get a pass. I should take that back.
You just hang out with the kids. We get it.
No. When I called you and you gave me that response, I was like, "Oh, you're busy. Too bad. I'm going to tell you what I have to tell you anyway." So I just kept talking.
When you called me, there was so much shouting going on in the background.
There was. I heard it.
Yeah, you could hear all the kids screaming at the top of their lungs.
I knew what was going on. This was more important.
That still sounds bad. But, yeah, we played probably one match of First Descendant. I played some Helldivers. I know I did that Saturday night, I think. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That this week?
Or was that Friday?
No, it was last week.
No, you weren't. Yeah, no, you... Did we play on Friday, though?
I think we played Friday. I don't remember.
I don't know if you were there.
Happened.
No, Friday he wasn't on.
No, never mind. You weren't there.
Work Saturday.
I finished work hella early Friday.
I played Helldivers Friday or Saturday.
I played
we played Friday, Caterpillar.
Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Right?
Yeah, because we played with my friend
together.
Alex.
I don't remember anymore. Anyway, I don't think I did anything else. If I missed something that I played, I'm sorry. I don't
You
know.
didn't
I
play Stellar
don't think that I
Blade?
played. I did. I said that I played Stellar Blade.
Oh, I didn't even hear that.
Alex didn't respond to me. That hoe.
Huh?
Oh yeah,
Huh?
let's respond. What did you ask
Is
him?
your name Alex? Don't worry about it. I was talking about Delta Force.
Oh,
Oh. I mean, yeah. I seen the plethora of paragraphs you've given me. So.
No. Yes. I've given you that. However, where the hell is Alex on here? Oh, he hasn't been online. All right, he gets a pass.
Oh,
He gets a pass.
oh, he gets a pass. I don't. All right then.
he hasn't been
No,
online.
no. Well,
Honestly,
he
he
hasn't been
he did.
online. You saw
He
my messages. You responded.
honestly, that guy, he could disappear for like 3 months. It's wild. I know where he lives, and yet somehow he goes off the grid.
Off the grid.
Anyway.
I think that's all I did. I don't think I did anything else. Um, yeah, there's nothing else. All right, Kevin, you're up.
I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. All right, what did I do last week? I played some Helldivers with my buddy Alex and some other people.
Love that, big fan.
um, we had some Zen together.
No,
Oh, that's the running gag. At least it is with me.
we don't endorse that. It's not funny. It's not a good thing.
Played some First Descendant. Freaking Adam over here is apparently turned into a Trumpian. I don't know. I played the Visions of Mana demo. That was real quick there. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with it because I was enjoying it and I wanted to actually experience it in the game because you definitely start out somewhere in the middle. Um, but that's really fun. Cool combat system. A lot more exploration than I thought there was going to be in the game. Um, Voice acting is rough as hell, and it is something else to listen to, at least in English. But I'm kind of already here for it with those games. Uh, Played some Delta Force Hawk Ops in the alpha, and I can talk about this because they don't give a shit apparently. What we just talking about that like crazy in depth when it gets around to my topics. Um, Played some Helldivers before we hopped on as well in the new update. There were a lot of patch notes for fixes. Those were not fixed, so don't believe those patch notes. Uh, no, most of it probably works. Um, Knowing me, I find like the one gun it doesn't actually work with. I feel like I played something else. Oh no, I was going to play the Spectre Divide playtest, but I got called into work early and I missed it because of it. Sad. That's all I did. All right, cool. I'll take over for you, Genesis. Adam, what'd you do?
All right, Kevin, thank you for taking over for Genesis. I was going to wait until he spoke or somebody else said something, so I'm glad you spoke up. I played some Minecraft, funny enough. I played Astrobot or Astra's Playroom. Cat over here took over my scores while we were on the chat last week. So I was like, I got to get some of these back. So I spent some time, got some of those back. I'm in the top 13,000 in the world for some of them, which is pretty cool now. So yeah, good luck beating those scores, man. Um, yeah, he's still beating me on some. Honestly, some of those might even stay. Like, I don't even know if I could do the hopping one. Like, there's a point where I think I could lower my score again, but not by much. I don't think I can get too much further down. The ball one, I feel like I can do better, even though I think I'm in the lead currently on that. The rocket one's tough. The rocket ship's real tough. Um, Cutting corners is the key if you're doing that one right now. That one's hard. That one's real hard. Monkey one, I might give up on that one. That one's just exhausting. I'm fat. I'm not doing it. Um, maybe one day. But yeah, Mountain Run, I'll get to that one eventually. You got the uppies on me right now, but I think it's by 0.05 seconds or something like that. So we're real close, but I can cut that one down. I also think I can get the rocket one down a little bit. I tried to get it down, and I spent like an hour and a half, and I'm like, I just can't get it to improve. I can get it like right around the same number. I just can't get it to drop, and I know what I have to do. I just am not able to complete like a couple jumps the way I want to. I just got to work on it a little bit more. What else did I play? I was like, oh, let me go back. Slime Rancher has been on my backlog because I'm missing one trophy in that game, so I was gonna go back into it, and then I realized it was off plus, and I was like, oh, that sucks. So I don't own it anymore. And then I saw it was on sale for $5, and I'm like, screw it, I'll get it. And then I was gonna buy Slime Rancher 2, because it's only like $25. No trophies as of yet, even though the game came out in June. So I'm assuming a later update will add trophies. I'll wait. I'll
How
give
did
that a
how
little
did
wait.
a PlayStation 5 game launch with no
It
trophies?
it might still be in like a beta or something. Like it's not like I as far as I could tell, it's a full release, but for some reason it has no trophies according to the internet. So I don't know. I don't know. I was very confused by that as well. What else? Helldivers 2. Played that with my buddy Aeon,
That's okay.
um, who you guys don't know. Good guy, good guy. Um, and then I also played it with my buddy Alex, who you guys also don't know. I was
Yeah,
joined
you
by
guys are bad
Kat
guys.
as well. I was joined by Caterpillar and Kevin here, and we played on
All the
Friday.
K's.
Yeah, sure. And then we, Kevin, Kat, and Caterpillar and myself tried out the level 9 earlier
Wait a
today,
minute.
and we were
You were
doing
joined
that.
by the KKK. Oh, that's so
All the time.
cool.
That's not Caterpillar's a C. He's always a C word. So,
Oh, the KKC. Sorry.
yeah, thank you. Um, but played Helldivers 2. Get a little bit of we did level 9s to unlock level 10. Um, we
Level
surprisingly
10.
did it. It was great. Then we did level 10, and we did a blitz level 10, and we did one of those big bases, and it was fun. Well, I think we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about that. Kevin, I think yeah, okay. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I feel like I watched something. Oh, I watched the first 4 episodes of Batman Caped Crusader, the animated Amazon Prime show.
I saw that there. I was like, oh, I wonder if
Yeah,
I'm
Oh, how
watching
is
this.
that?
it's well. Don't. I'm going to spend like a couple minutes on this for a
Oh,
second
you're
here.
gonna spend time? Okay.
Yeah, just a couple minutes because I don't think it's worth a full topic yet. Um,
Oh, okay.
so it's more based on the 1940s Batman. So like the look and style of the animation is like that. This was originally created for Max, but then Max for some reason HBO is like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing anymore. So they were like, let's sell it off to Amazon. So they did, and it's created by Bruce Timm, and Bruce Timm is the one who created Batman the Animated Series along with Paul Dini. Paul Dini, I don't think he's too involved with this one. I think he's still doing a little bit. Paul Dini, if you don't know, the greatest writer of Batman ever. He wrote all the great episodes of Batman the Animated Series, and he also wrote the Arkham games until they got rid of him for Arkham Knight. So fun little fact there. That's why that game kind of took a story. But the show, so Hamish Linklater, the priest guy in Midnight Mass, great actor. I was sketchy on his voice. After 4 episodes, I'm fine with his voice. I think it fits quite well. At the same time, I think he sounds like a whispery version of Diedrich Bader, who played Batman and Batman the Brave and the Bold, the animated show from like 2004 to 2008.
Yeah.
Um, who I like as Batman, and he's popped up as Batman in the Harley Quinn show and stuff. He's played Batman a few times. He's also in this show as the voice of Harvey Dent. I actually don't so far care for him as the voice of Harvey Dent. I don't think he has that like winning charisma yet, but also there hasn't really been an episode concentrating on him. They've race swapped a couple characters, nothing crazy. Like Harley Quinn's an Asian woman. Um, What else? Renee Montoya is the same. She's still a Hispanic woman. Oh, Commissioner Gordon's a black guy, which is fine. Like, the characters, I can't say this enough. Very true to who they are, even though there's clear differences with them. Very true, very Batman stuff. There's a couple moments in the show in the first couple episodes where I was like, "Holy shit, this is Batman! Like Batman's real." Because when people see him, they go, "Holy shit, he's real!" Like, what the hell? And it's like it's kind of wild how I'm getting that like childlike wonder once again. And there is, I'm gonna say one small thing. There is like an episode where Bruce has to go to therapy because he punched a guy because he was at a museum where his mother's pearls and a couple of his like jewelry from his family was being displayed, and this guy was like, "Huh, why'd she wear pearls to Crime Alley? Like, it's the East Side lady. What? Don't be an idiot." And he decked that man like nobody's business. So this Bruce Wayne is not always in control, even though he's trying to be. And it flashes back to the past of him like being scared in his bed crying, and then all of a sudden, you see Alfred laying in his bed, and Bruce opens the bedroom door, and Alfred like wakes up and goes, "Ah, what's wrong, Master Bruce?" And Bruce, little 8-year-old Bruce, is just standing there and is like, "I'm gonna make them pay. I'm gonna make them all pay." And then he just shuts the door, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" So this Batman's on a mission of revenge, and he's not killing; he's saving people. Like so far, I'm really liking it. Not my favorite interpretation of Batman. Originally, I think they did want Kevin Conroy, but unfortunately, he passed away due to cancer. Um, so he's not the voice. But again, Hamish Linklater doing pretty good. Uh, I've seen Clayface. Clayface, good voice. I kind of like the characterization they did of Clayface, even though the episode in the animated series is so good. I honestly think it's worth a watch. If you don't, even if you don't know a lot about Batman, I think it's cool. Like it's a cool jumping off point because you get introduced to a lot of characters and they explain a lot of things for people who don't know a lot of things. And if you do know Batman, you're just like, holy shit, this is great. Like it's kind of like um the Batman in a way, where hey, this is a great interpretation of like a Batman as a character. Like you clearly understand the Batman character. Is it my interpretation of the Batman character? Not necessarily. Is it the movie I would have made? Probably not. But is it still nailing every defining moment that makes this Batman? Yes, absolutely, 110%. That's exactly what this show is. Um, like I don't love the costume, but at the same time, it looks cool. It looks great. It's Batman costume. It's like
Hmm.
not gonna complain. The only bad Batman costume I've seen is the one in the Flash. Honestly, that one is fucking terrible. Oh god, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Oh, it's like they try to do the blue thing and oh my god, it looks so bad. Whatever, not important. So yeah, Batman Crate Crusader on Amazon Prime. Highly recommend. Check it out. I think that's all I played and watched as well. Um, oh, I think I watched some Judy Justice. Let me just double check my notes real quick. I didn't add anything to my list because I forgot. So there we go. Didn't watch or play anything else. So the end.
Okay. Cool. All right. Kat, you want to tell us what you did?
Hmm.
Cool. Those AI generated things? Is that like AI generated story? Oh, never mind then. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, we know
Which
who
one did you watch?
Studio Ghibli is.
Yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
that's
the
good.
best one, baby. Let's
That's a good one.
go.
That's a really good one. That's jog my memory, right? That's the one with that shadow creature with the mask on, right?
What?
No,
That's
that's
that
No.
shadow blob one.
no, that's the other one.
Which one is that?
I don't know.
My that's not it.
Isn't
Damn it,
that the
come
one with
on.
the shadow blob?
No,
This is Spirited Away.
Oh, I'm thinking of Spirited Away. I'm stupid. Ignore
yeah, Spirit Away.
me.
That's
No
what it
Face, right?
is. Yeah.
I've only
Yes,
seen
yeah.
one Studio Ghibli movie, and it was Kiki's Delivery Service. Apparently, there's a live action version of it, and a couple people from Shogun are in it. So just a heads up. Found that out.
Oh,
Found that out while scooping out their IMDb.
oh. Okay, okay.
Leave it to you to find these things.
I think it's Yugi, the guy who like betrays everybody and is actually like a good guy but kind of a bad guy in the whole Shogun.
Yugi
I think he's
boy.
in that. I think he's in the one in that.
Okay.
Cool. What else you did,
What'd you
Cat?
think of Kiki's Delivery Service? Yeah, sad. Always wish there's more.
Hmm. Yeah, well, they have a whole library to watch, so there's plenty more of those style movies to see. Not the same like story and stuff, but the same studio. They make a lot, and from Miyazaki, Hayao Miyazaki, director. Huh?
Hmm?
Which part?
What
Said a
else you
lot of
do?
words.
I said a lot of words.
Play anything else? You do anything else?
Wow. I'll tell you what, I did not know Kiki was voiced by Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, look at
Wow, there's a lot of
that. Look
sequels to
at
Kiki's Delivery Service. What the fuck? There's sequels.
that. Like actual sequels?
Or there's something going on here. Oh, never mind.
Something
This is
going
3 minutes long.
on
No, never mind. Never mind. There's no sequels. Ignore everything I've said.
there.
All right, cool. Destinoto, what'd you do?
Oh
There's only one right
boy.
answer.
Oh boy.
Oh, baby.
I watched a goddamn movie just half an hour ago or 45 minutes ago. It finished.
I wonder what movie it is.
I wonder what movie it is.
Men in Black.
Men in Black -1.
Oh no!
Men
So
in Black
now,
-1. The
now we're
real
down to
title,
Man in
Man in
Black.
Black.
Oh no! It's just a show about, like, or a movie about a guy who's deaf.
One man wearing black,
Mhm.
killing some
uh,
aliens and shit. Yeah. So I watched Godzilla -1.
Uh-huh.
Godzilla.
What a goddamn film! And then I was like, hold on. I remember us talking about the budget, and it was only 10 to 15 million dollars.
Yeah, it was like 20, I think, or 15
What
to
the
20.
hell is that?
How?
That's like pocket change. Oh my god. For a
Yeah.
movie of that scope,
mm-hmm.
the destruction, the sound effects, oh my
Oh, the
god. Okay,
That
we'll go
atomic
more into
breath.
that.
That
Yeah.
atomic breath, baby.
So I'm glad
Oh.
you brought up sound. So when I watched this, I was at my friend Grant's house, Adam. I don't remember if you know him or not.
Yeah, you've talked about him a lot. I don't know if I might have met
He
him
spent
once.
money. I think you met him once. He spent money on a nice sound system. When Godzilla's walking around, the bass rattled the
I can
floor, and it
imagine.
was freaking great.
Because this is a perfect movie theater movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
When
Yeah.
you're
Mm-hmm.
there, you
So
have
This
upset
all
is
the
an
we missed
sound
out.
IMAX.
around
Yeah,
you,
so
the
This is an
upset.
big ass
IMAX.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a certified IMAX movie. And I'm so sad I didn't go watch it in the movie theater.
Caterpillar and I wanted to go, but I ended up being sick, and then he had life get in the way, and we were so close to going.
God damn.
I know.
Shit.
I can't tell you how excited I am that everybody's loving this movie.
It's so good.
It's the acting
And
of everybody, and the main guy, the scientist
oh
guy
my
too, and the
god.
young kid, in
Yeah.
the old guy, every guy and
Every
lady in
every
this.
every person. The
The
whole damn
freaking
cast.
the historical accuracy in the beginning. Oh my! Well, I should through out the whole movie really.
Remember
Yeah.
when Genesis freaked out about that last week?
Hold on, wait a minute. Again with the historical accuracy?
Mhm. That's funny. Don't push it, Genesis. Don't push it. What? Oh my God! The acting of the main guy in that movie. That dude should have. When he's kneeling on the ground and then it just starts black raining on
Mm,
him. It is
yep.
the
Yeah.
most incredible display of emotions on a person I've seen since Breaking Bad. Like
Yep.
when Skylar drops to her knees. Like it's wild how good that guy was
Yeah.
in that. Oh
Oh,
my God. Everything
oh
about that
man.
movie. Everything about it. The idea to stop Godzilla is even good. Like it's inventive. I would have never thought of that,
Totally
but like
unexpected. I had no
unexpected.
like. Oh my god. Let's sink him, guys.
I really like the scientist's face when he's like looking at everybody and like squints one eye and he's like, "Oh, we'll sink him, and then we'll shoot him back up." It's like, what the fuck? Are you okay, sir? Like, oh my
He's a true
God.
scientist.
Yeah, everybody is so good in it. The really tall dude who's like, "Whoa!" and he's got really good faces in the final act of the film.
Yeah, yeah.
It,
when he sees Koichi flying in on the plane.
yep, yep, everything. It's so good. It's so good. The comedy in the movie works.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just oh my God, Kevin, say more. I don't know. Oh
My favorite character is the Navy tech guy, the old guy.
yeah,
Um, or Navy weapons tech, whatever he was. um,
that's the
ah,
scientist guy.
the sound.
Yeah.
Was he a scientist? No, I thought.
Wasn't he the one that came up with the plan? Is that the same dude you're thinking of?
I
With the
think he
kind of
might be
curly
the one.
hair,
Curly
he could have been
hair,
like a
Kind of.
professor
glasses.
and
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's like white and
yeah,
gray hair,
yep,
glasses. Oh, okay,
yeah. That's
okay.
the
I
scientist
thought he
guy.
introduced himself. I thought he introduced himself as like a weapons tech, like he
Well,
designed like
he
all
is
the
like a
ships and
weapons
shit.
tech, but also he clearly has some sort of science degree in there. He's literally the smart
Okay,
guy of the movie.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, he was my favorite character.
Yeah, he's great.
The
He gives a wonderful
ship.
speech about life and
Yeah.
Japan and how it was worthless to the government, but it's worth something to us. It's like, fuck yeah.
Gotta
The
take it into
ships.
our hands and
Yeah. Oh,
The ships felt real good. Looked really good, and even though I'm sure it wasn't like practically done, that had to be some sort of CG
no,
nuance in there.
they
You,
grew put a bunch of nuclear energy into a lizard and just fucking that Geico lizard. He's Godzilla now.
that's not what I meant, but sure.
And he threw those ships around, especially that one at the end that just came up on shore, and they're like,
that
"He's
one just
here!
went flying into the building.
He's here!" How did you guys not notice him coming in? Why did that ship flying on the land alert you? Like, I just, oh god, Godzilla's scary.
Yo, he's
But
so
yeah, no,
cool in this movie. Oh my god. His
I
face,
loved
the
the.
face of,
Oh, go ahead.
oh my gosh. It's
Face
like
of a what
super
now?
frightening.
It is actually though.
Like he
Yeah.
doesn't blink,
Yeah, it's the
right?
only
He's
movie
always
where
staring in one direction.
it's the only movie where I think Godzilla is terrifying. Every other
Yeah,
Godzilla movie, I'm like the idea of it's terrifying, but I see that creature, and sometimes I'm like, oh, look at him, he's just a little guy walking around.
yeah.
This one, I'm like, fuck that guy,
But
fuck this
this
place, I'm leaving.
one, oh my god. He has the whole from the end of his tail all the way up his back.
Kevin,
One by
that's what I wanted to ask you last week, Kevin.
holy
But
shit.
What do you think about the bones on his tail coming out, and then as the atomic
it's
breath
amazing.
moves up, and then when he shoots it, it fucking locks in like a gun.
Yeah, no,
It is
it's
so
really cool looking.
fucking cool.
It is so
Because
cool.
like the thing is like Godzilla, right? The whole point of Godzilla was like it's a metaphor for nuclear war and shit.
Yeah.
So to like kind of almost take it literally with how
Oh,
Godzilla is designed in this movie.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
Good
because even
lord, those explosions.
the blue light is whatever the hell the reaction is for like, oh, if you see this when you're interacting with a nuclear core, you're basically dead.
Yeah. I will
It's
say
real pretty.
I will say on as we're talking about this, the explosions in this movie are some of the best explosions I've ever seen in any
Some
movie.
of the best.
Like every time
If
a
not the
hell bomb
best.
goes off in Helldivers, I want that explosion.
Yeah.
Not even just the explosion. That one scene with all the freaking like the windstorm
whole
sort of
Oh,
wave
yeah.
picks up.
Yeah,
The
the
shockwave.
whole
That's it.
The
shockwave that
shockwave, and then
happens
it
blows,
reminded
like,
me of the Fallout explosion in the first episode
Mm-hmm.
Oh
a
yeah.
little bit, but with somehow so much more force and power behind it. It is literally like when you see it happen to the ship at the first time, you're like, holy shit, that was nuts. But then when you see it happen in the city, and you're like,
In the
oh
city,
no.
God.
Also, real
Oh
quick,
my
the
god.
one bad special effect shot, those tanks did not look real. They look like toy tanks that were firing at Godzilla in the city. It doesn't even matter. It's a cool scene. I'm like, what is this? Who did this? This looks like somebody took a picture of toy tanks and put like Photoshop colors over them or whatever. And then all of a sudden that explosion happens. Like, I don't even care. I don't even give a fuck about anything that happens. Just everything is wild. Everything is wild in this movie. It's a 10. It's a 10 out of 10 Godzilla film.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Nothing wrong. No notes. Okay, is anybody else gonna watch it? Can we get into spoilers? Fantastic.
All right.
Nothing. Keep beating my scores, man. Keep beating my scores. Good job on the rocket ship one. Figured you would. Okay, Kevin, you said you had a gripe with the ending of the film.
Oh my god.
Oh my
The
god.
ending of
What?
this movie.
What
I
hate. What do you mean? What happened? What do you mean? What happened? Hold on. Are you okay with this ending of this movie?
I thought it was good.
No. Hold on a minute. That lady.
Oh, the
One of two
lady.
things. One of two things should have happened to her: either disintegration or multiple limbs through multiple different windows of different buildings.
She lost an eyeball.
Did you see what was on her neck though?
Yeah,
No.
In the
something
last
was on her
in
neck.
the last scene of the film, they added the G cells. Do you know what G cells are?
No.
So
Godzilla.
Godzilla regenerates using something called G cells. I think they're called Godzilla cells, so they shortened it to G cells or some shit in the past. She has G cells embedded in her neck.
Oh,
So
You do
the
the
that's totally
current
slowest
fine.
like
the
pan and zoom ever.
yeah, and it's slowly moving around her neck. So the current theory is that she was absolutely fucking wrecked by it, but then the G cell saved her. That's why she's alive.
Um,
If a sequel is never made, the real reason is she's attractive and he deserves to have a home life. That's why I like the ending, because the way he walks in and just throws that child down, he gently places her down, but then he just forgets about her. And then also, most adorable child ever in this movie.
oh
Sorry,
yeah,
Genesis,
Oh
your
she's
yeah.
kids
super
are
cute.
cute, but this one, I don't know. This also super quick tangent. How the hell did they get that child
Mhm.
to cry? That child was really crying. What the fuck they do? Just like
She-
take her favorite toy and rip its head off or something? I don't know. Fucked up. Absolutely fucked up. But the G cells are in her neck. That's why a lot of people think she survived, because
Mm,
in the scene where she is absolutely
she's blown away
no,
like
no,
a
no.
piece of paper.
It's not only she's blown away. Then he looks to where she was blown away. There's nothing there. Like
Yeah, it's
There's
just
nothing.
like
there's
everything's
literally
just
nothing.
gone.
So
She was
there
in the middle of
are,
all this debris and shit.
yeah, there are some theories to why she's alive, Kevin. So, but yeah,
I mean, that's fine.
I really liked the ending because he like finally deserved home. I think
Yeah, she
if
saved
they,
Nah.
Japan.
you don't think he deserved it?
No, I think he deserved it. I just don't think you have to put that in the movie. But it's Japan, so they
That's
usually
fair.
do.
There's got to be some hope at the end of this Godzilla movie. You know what
There
I
was no
mean?
hope in any of it
No,
at all.
if you're gonna like kind of reinvent Godzilla, because that's kind of what they did here, just fucking come out with it. Leave me on the lowest
No.
note ever, and I am there
I
for the
gotta
next
be
movie.
honest. I gotta be honest. If they make a sequel, which I swear to God, if they better, I would
Oh,
assume
I'm sure they will.
I would
Yeah.
assume that woman's already dead. Or if she shows up and then they go, oh, she's fucking dying immediately. Like she is not
Right.
long for this world.
That's
Or
fair.
it'll be
That's fair.
like, hey, we have to do research on her to learn how to actually stop Godzilla, and that's something he'll have to like get over or something. I don't even know if they're gonna use the same characters or it'll be like 20 years later. I don't know. I think
Dude,
it's a death sentence for her no matter what.
if they
Oh
don't make a
man,
sequel to this movie, aren't they just stupid?
I would
they're actually
assume,
Like
yeah.
retarded.
the amount of profit that they're making. Like, no offense to them, I mean this like in the
Oh
nicest
no
way,
no
but
no, you're good.
No,
the
yeah,
amount of profit that
they
they made
have
in this
to.
movie worldwide, you
I
have to,
They
don't you?
I'll tell you right
absolutely
now,
have
still
to.
not enough. Didn't make enough money. They didn't win enough awards. Didn't make enough money.
It
It is.
should, yeah, it should have made more money. Yeah.
I have seen every Godzilla film except maybe a few in the past, and there's like 60 Godzilla films at this point. I've seen a lot of Godzilla
That's the
films.
problem. Yeah,
They,
that's the problem.
yeah,
There's
the
so
IP got a
many.
little, yeah, but then the
Yeah,
Americans got involved and started making some, and the American ones now are just like they're not well loved by Japan. Most recently, they kind of like them because they're like fun enough, but
right.
it was just nice seeing a Godzilla that not only created a movie where I actually cared about the characters more than Godzilla, but I also thought Godzilla was absolutely terrifying. I can't name one
Hmm.
other Godzilla movie where I was so in love with the characters and I legitimately thought Godzilla was terrifying. When people talk about
Mm.
how like the first Godzilla or the first movies with like crazy special effects started coming out and people are like, holy shit, this is terrifying, but like now we watch them and we go, it's just a man in a costume that looks kind of dumb now. But this one,
Hmm.
fucking throughout the whole movie, I never questioned once when Godzilla's just standing in water that he gets sucked down to the bottom of. I have literally no idea how he's standing there since he's sucked down to the bottom and he like 1,500 meters or
He's
whatever it is.
swimming.
He's treading water.
Perfectly
Don't
still.
imagine that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
He's
any
always
sense.
swimming.
But as I'm watching the film, I never questioned that once because
No,
I
you don't. Yeah.
believed the logic of everything that it's happening. And if
Yeah.
somebody goes, "Oh, he's just standing in the water," I go, "Fuck you. No, he's not. He's Godzilla. He flies. Don't look into it." Like,
He
who cares?
levitates in the
Yeah.
water.
Well,
Like,
some of the
oh,
scenes that he's swimming, that was interesting too.
Oh.
How they chose to do that, where he's just
He
sort of
swims like a
swimming almost
snake.
like a fish,
Yeah.
He
snake.
swims
Yeah,
like a
really.
snake. Yeah, it's like a snake or
Um,
honestly,
And he's
yeah, a
so
lizard or a
big.
snake. He
what was
grows.
Like,
Love it.
damn.
what added? Start over. What adds to the well, in my opinion anyway, what adds to how terrifying Godzilla is in that movie is that like the whole time you're sitting there like, oh no, how are they going to stop him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like, and
exactly.
they really have to reach for it. Like it's a cool way that they think they're going to be able to stop him
yeah,
too.
it
Yeah,
is.
nothing was working at
Because
all.
like they actually were restricted to the weapons of the time. It wasn't like modern
Hmm.
day and crazy shit like that. Um,
Also,
I
his
don't know.
arms were
It was
stuck in a position, and every time he used his atomic breath, it fucked up his skin.
yeah,
Yeah, and it was like, oh, if he's and
that
also
was cool.
it in other ones he felt like in like the American ones most recently he feels like an animal. In this one,
Mhm.
he feels like an entity that wants to destroy Japan, which is what Godzilla was supposed to be in the very beginning
Right.
and why
Yeah.
he was created. Because it basically was like, fuck you, Japan. Like, hey, you fuck
Yeah.
us, we create fun movies about it. And we survived. Because we always survive. It's like, great, wow, this is awesome. Now it's like, look at this lizard who kinda has emotions if you look at his eyes a certain way, but it's also scary that he's a monster. But he's kinda good now because he fights other monsters. Now he's teaming up with a gorilla. Like, that's what the movies have turned into. And now the gorilla has a battle axe. I don't know. And his son, it's God of War now. I haven't seen the new one yet. I'll get to it. But
Is it
like,
which one is that? Godzilla versus Kong?
no, that's no the one with the battle
Or
axe and the son. That's the most recent one.
oh,
I don't
Godzilla
know.
X Kong,
Uh,
the new Empire?
yeah, the new Empire because I think it's not the one with Mecha Godzilla because that was the last one. It might be another Mecha Godzilla, but it also might be like just a bigger monster. That it doesn't matter. It honestly does not matter what it
Why
is.
the hell does Kong have wings in this?
He didn't have wings, does he?
He
I
Maybe
don't
did
know.
he.
There's
Red
some
Bull.
I,
A lot of
screenshot
Red
where
Bull.
he grow his arms turn into.
That might be an evil Kong. Also, spoilers. I haven't seen it. Um, also, they live in the center of the planet now because there's Earth in there and a second sun. I don't know. I never look into it. Um, and also they have futuristic technology. I don't.
He's
Okay,
like a mecha
don't
arm.
don't look into it. Oh yeah, his arm was torn off and or
Oh,
broken, and then like I think he lost it. It had to be amputated, so they made him a mecha arm. And then they give them an axe.
oh.
Again, don't look into them. They're dumb. They get real dumb. They're fun though, and they're very pretty. But they cost a $9 billion to make, and this one cost
Meanwhile,
$20 million. And I was terrified of Godzilla every single scene. When
yeah,
when he's not eating the people and he's just biting them and launching them
or
into
just
space in
stepping
the
on
beginning,
them, or
or just stepping on them, or like literally as he's walking and the ground is like launching up and you just see the people
yeah,
flying up in
yeah.
the sky and then also RIP those news people. They were getting that story, you know. They died
Oh,
getting that
they
Yeah,
got
right.
story.
that story,
And then the
and then they
camera
became
just
the
followed them
story.
off the building, and I was like, "This camera's not gonna cut, and we're just gonna watch this guy hit the ground, and as he's bleeding out, he's gonna be like, I'm bleeding out, please somebody help! Godzilla's still walking." Like he was absolutely wild, absolutely wild. What a film!
Uh-huh.
Kevin, thank you for the
Oh,
recommendation. I also rewatched Godzilla -1. Um, Even though I've already seen it, and I recommended it first, and then nobody listened, but that's okay. We got here. It doesn't matter how we got here. We got here.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Um,
okay. You're lost. You're lost. You got there
Oh,
eventually. You know what I mean? Um, I'm glad Kevin watched it. And I'm glad you finally watched it. I'm glad we all watched it. We can talk about it. I'm glad all of us followed the instructions that Kevin had for us.
so what?
Um,
Wow. Okay. So what about what about real quick? What about that Bikini Atoll scene? Umir, you know what's going on in that?
yeah. What?
Desonoto.
Oh yeah, that's no. Yeah.
What happened there? The
Desonoto's trying to imagine. I don't
That's
remember
my
a lady
point.
in a bikini.
No, it was a little caption with this a certain area.
Yeah,
Um,
Bikini Atoll.
yes. What happened there? Was it
Let's
someone blew
pretend
up?
Desonoda doesn't know anything about that history. Go ahead and explain it for the rest of us.
Okay, so again, I don't understand why this was like flashed by, considering. Well, okay, first of all, am I correct in assuming? So we see Godzilla in the very beginning, well, close enough to the very beginning of the movie, right?
Uh-huh.
And Godzilla is X tall and
Yeah.
like X big. Then Bikini Atoll happens, and now he's Y tall and Y big.
Yeah, he grows. Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
growing.
okay.
They even
Oh,
mentioned that he's been growing too.
Yeah. Because
to
I
that
took it
nuclear
as
bomb, right?
Yeah. So what that is, since they don't go into the history of that, that is the Castle Bravo hydrogen bomb test from the United States of America. If you want to really look into this, it's a fascinating and sad story. Kyle Hill does a fantastic job covering it
Kyle
on
Hill
YouTube.
always does a fantastic job.
Um, he's got a video in his Half-Life Histories thingy
Series.
list series. Thank you, that's the word.
Yeah.
And Castle Bravo was in short, the United States was like, oh, so that's what a nuclear bomb does. And a couple of years later, they're like, what does this hydrogen bomb do? We're going to use it on this place called Bikini Atoll, and the weathermen have assured us that everything's going to be just fine, and we won't really have to evacuate anybody. And then the weather does what weather does, it changes, and they're like, I'm sure it's fine, and they launch the bomb anyways. And then thousands of people have to evacuate, but they don't tell them until like 4 days later, and like an entire ecosystem is destroyed. But don't worry about that. It's fine. We know the bomb
Oh
works now.
dear.
Yeah, people were starved because
Oh
of all the
god.
stuff, and then
Nuclear
it,
traces found in turtle shells.
yeah, it literally destroyed the
Oh, are
region
you
for
looking
like
it up?
a bunch. Yeah,
Yeah, oh
yeah,
my
it
god.
destroyed it for a bunch. It was not great.
Yeah.
It was,
No,
it was
it
not
was
great.
real bad.
America, kind of a shady past. You know who knew?
What
Who
a great
knew?
country.
Yes.
I'll tell you who doesn't know Trump. Anyway, moving on.
Let's just point our finger on the map and blow our bombs up in this place.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
kind of what we
Nobody
did for a
lives
while.
there.
Yeah. It'll be safe.
America doesn't live there.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Kevin, I imagine like a Bill Wirtz saying that America doesn't live there.
Yep.
That's how I got it. It's funny.
We jumped in the water
Uh
outside the reef and there was a wall of sharks below us.
huh.
That's a quote from somebody there.
Wow.
But yeah, good film. Real good. Can't wait for a sequel.
That sound design.
Oh,
God. I wish I could have watched on my TV. I had to watch on my computer because stupid Netflix was blocking my TV.
Mm.
So I had to watch on my monitor.
Do you watch the black and white version? There's like a black and white version now on Netflix too.
I've heard about it.
Oh, that's on Netflix too?
I think they just added it like last week or something like that.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna buy the 4K Blu-ray, then I'll watch it.
Might be worth checking
white.
out. Let us know. Let us know if it changes
Yeah.
your experience.
I feel like it will. Because of like the whole, they had all like everything set in that time and nothing's like out of place.
I gotta be honest. Most of the time when the black and white version comes out, I go, I wish they released this version first, so then I could watch the color and go, oh wow, look at all the colors.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
You know, like how it's like was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's like releasing a high def
Oh,
movie and then being like, hey, now it's in standard def widescreen. What? Okay, thank you. You see more of the picture to the right and to the left. Wonderful, thank you. That's wonderful, thank you. Thank you, Zack Snyder, for this amazing 4x8 picture. Fucking, what the fuck is this?
You're welcome.
Stupid.
Oh.
Thank you, Zack Snyder, for joining us. Appreciate that. Zack Snyder, how do you feel about having the idea that Batman should rape men?
Oh.
I, for one, am absolutely pro Batman raping men.
You absolutely are. That is a real quote by Zack Snyder. where
Um,
I don't know, it was like a power move or something. He said, I don't know. It's a fucking wild ass quote. That man never understood anything
So
about it.
weird.
Yeah, I
the
know.
only
It's
thing
weird. It's
that would
very strange.
change is that, to make sure that Batman doesn't show as a gay man, just he puts that robotic dick
All
on
right,
his
Kevin. What was the
base
other
shelf
scene
right there and
that
just
you were
shoves people.
wanted to talk about?
Um, so when they were first starting to try to deal with Godzilla, and the ships were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna tie this cable around them or whatever, and it's gonna have all the things that they're
Oh
detonating
yeah.
on it." I'm like, "Wait, but how are two ships gonna go round? They're gonna hit each other, right?" And
That's
then
what I
they're
was
just like, "Yeah,
thinking
that's what we're gonna
too.
do." And I'm like, to be fair, no, this could happen. Yeah, yeah, sure. All right. They just scrape each other and then they'll go over the wire. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotta be
And
honest.
then,
Never thought about that for a second. I don't understand cables. I don't know how wrapping around
well, the
things
way they show
works.
the diagram, right?
Oh,
They
I
showed
saw
the
the
boats
diagram.
going
My
into
brain
each other,
dumb.
and then they show up on the other side, pass by each other. And I was like, I want to see how this goes.
Honestly, if I was
well,
there,
yeah,
I'd be like,
because
why can't we just blow dart them? Just get like a thing that's like a super trank and just blow dart him, see what happens, or detonate a
Well,
nuke on him, see
we
if he
don't blow
grows, or
dart
maybe he
people.
gets too big.
Oh,
oh,
Give that a
just launch
shot.
another nuclear bomb on him.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "Sir, we're not taking any input right now. Thank you. Just listen to the plans." I'd be like, "Okay, thanks." I'd be the one flying on the decoy ship with the sound. We're gonna put another thing in there that makes it sound like he has a competition.
Yeah.
Nah,
oh,
nah, it didn't. It didn't work.
It
How do you know
didn't
it's gonna
oh,
work? We
work.
don't know it's gonna work. We're gonna try though. It kind of worked.
kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
But yeah, that ship scene was cool when they were passing each other and they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be close," and then they do it and they're like, "Yes."
Yes.
I will say, how did they tie
Ships
all
can
those
do
ships
that.
together? How'd they
Oh,
get
I
those
don't know.
ships all tied up so quick?
Oh, you just throw your hook.
Okay, I'm glad you understand. Okay, they
Just
all like
throw the
lined
hook.
up in a triangle and like
Yeah.
to turn ships like that would take a little while.
Yeah. They all kind of just appeared to be that
It literally was
orientation.
like, "We're here, hey kid, I'm glad you're back, even though we said you don't want to be here." And then all of a sudden, it like just cut to them all
Oh,
being tied up and going, and it's like, okay, all right, I'll accept this.
yeah.
Felt like a
Yeah,
Dunkirk
don't worry about that.
situation. You know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah. Don't worry about that. I'm sure there's physics behind that says that works somehow, but
Yeah, I liked it. Great
fluid
movie.
fluid mechanics are weird. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
But anyway,
Godzilla, scary.
yeah.
Hell
Great
yeah.
film, worth a watch to anybody who hasn't watched it. Worth a watch in black and white, maybe. Find out in a
Mhm.
few weeks' time when Desnodo has a
I
review.
had read something too that the movie did a superb job in keeping him a mystery the entire time because all the characters are just guessing and guessing and guessing of like
Yeah.
what it is.
Also,
Mhm.
And
another thing I liked about this movie when
yeah.
he said like when that lady was like when I forget her name when that lady was like, "Hey, like tell me what bothers you," and he finally goes, "Oh, there's a giant lizard that attacked me." Not one point does she go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like nobody at
the girl
any
Noriko.
yeah,
Yeah.
nobody at any point goes, "No such thing as a Godzilla. What the hell are you talking about?" There's not like one of those idiots being like, "Nah." Everybody's just like, "Okay, this man wouldn't make this up. Okay, maybe he's
Yeah.
mentally disturbed, but like whatever." And then they see it and they go, "Oh shit, yeah, no, no, this makes sense. I get it now. All right, well, we're fucked." Like I just really enjoyed that.
that was that woman's face when she was on the train car.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, "Oh shit, no, he was telling the truth. I thought that like was like a metaphor for like American bombs or something. I don't know.
Oh,
I
nice,
don't
nice.
know."
Or
Also, she's
metaphors
the
about
only
bombs.
one who survived on that train. Everybody on that train just picked the wrong spot.
Yeah,
Yep.
they all were on the wrong car.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
Godzilla
She
was
had
so nice
a
lowering that train car, so she only had to drop like 10 feet into the water.
what a
Then
nice
got
guy.
yeah, and then he dropped the train on her, but it was like behind her, so it worked out really well. Godzilla, good guy,
Yeah,
good
I
guy.
was really scared when she when she came out of the water. And I was like, oh. Drop behind her.
and
She's
then
fine.
she's just walking in the road, and everything's going wrong, and then the guy finds her, and it's like, how the fuck did you find? All right, cool. This is not her route. I don't know how you found her,
Well,
but
he found all the running people in
that's
that one
true. Yeah.
area, so I guess
Hopefully
he
he
just took
wasn't
a
like, oh shit,
gamble.
she's on that train. Well, I'm gonna go home. She's not here anymore. She died. like,
Uh,
fun little fact about this movie I found out: if you're a German person, you knew about the ejector seat because
oh
it
yeah, there's
literally is
something
written
written
in
on the inside of
it's
the
written in
plane.
German saying this is an ejector seat. So if you're a German speaking or a German reader, you would be spoiled by the ending, even though it was kind of obvious he was going to survive. But
I thought that lever that he first told him about to release the bomb was actually the ejection thing,
oh yeah,
No, that's for
the
the bomb.
eject
Yeah.
yeah.
lever, but it was
When he
not.
was like, I got to tell you one more thing. After he was like, yeah, you know what, I probably should stay. There's a part of me that wants to stay alive for that little tiny little girl that's so adorable. And then that guy
Yeah.
goes, I got to tell you one more thing, and then it cuts, and I'm like, okay, cool, he's gonna live. That's great. But like, man, that slow motion scene where he's flying the plane into Godzilla's mouth and the camera turns into Godzilla's open mouth. Oh my god, Godzilla looks like a fucking insane crack addict on meth. Like Godzilla looks literally the most terrifying in that scene. Honestly, it could look so stupid. It's a giant lizard that's got a breath of badness coming out. You know, breath of badness. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Atomic breath. Who knows? But then all of a sudden that camera sweeps around and it's like, oh fuck, he looks ripped, like just super jacked, and it's like, oh shit, is Godzilla sexy? I don't know. We don't have to talk about that. But like, if Godzilla had tits and a giny, do I care? I don't know. Cat, shut your ears for a second. Godzilla, would you hit it? Desonoto, you go first. Desonoto, real quick, rating on the
Oh,
lady in this movie. You all about it? Would you have married
Noriko?
her? Yeah, would you have married her? He's
She
thinking about it.
cleaned up after that.
She cleaned up. She
After
looked good.
after she was dressed like a hobo, she got a job and she changed her clothes and she looked a lot cleaner. So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. I liked her better when she was a hobo.
Oh,
I
that's
like her
fair.
more now that she's got a little bit of Godzilla in her. You know what I mean? All of
Oh
a sudden, the next
boy.
movie, she's doing that atomic breath, and he's just flying like a food airplane into her mouth. Then they have kids together, and then they have little kids, and he's like flying little planes into their mouths to feed them.
Oh my
And they're
god.
like bent over, and they're like doing that pose.
He really went down in the city when he did that.
Yeah, he did.
The heat ray.
Also, wild looking plane he was in. Never seen that
Yeah,
plane
the,
type.
the the propellers in the back
Yeah, that was strange. Kevin, did
and
you know that's a real plane? Do you know anything about that plane? You usually know
I
planes.
think I don't know a lot about planes that didn't see military service. I think that's a prototype. I'll look it up real quick.
that
Okay.
that that is what they were saying. Like, and it was never actually used. So they did like testing and like flying testing and all that, but it was never
Damn. Too bad,
used in
because he flew it
combat.
real well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did
He
anybody?
was doing like circles and
Real plane.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Prototype fighter plane called, it was also known as the Magnificent Lightning, the Kyushu J-7W Shinden. I
Yep.
probably pronounced that horribly wrong.
I can't imagine that was all
Uh,
correct, but I respect
it
it
was
either way.
built for
That
the
sounds about
Imperial
right.
Japanese Navy to take down American bombers and was the only canard design ordered in production by
That
a
all checks out.
combatant during the war.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they
that
said all of that in the movie.
that
Rear
makes
facing
sense.
Nice.
engine, air cooled, 2130 horsepower Mitsubishi 18-cylinder radial engine. I think they mentioned some of this in the thing, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably did actually. It looks exactly like it,
hmm
or pretty damn close. I think the tail fins are a little different. Or not tail fins, the wing fins? This might just actually hold on. I can't tell if that's part of the plane in this picture, or if it's just something to hold it up. Yeah, whatever's on board.
Everything's so damn accurate, though.
Here, I'll show you what I'm
It
looking at. There's a
matches
black
up.
and white photo of this shit. Uh, do, do, do. There you go, in the chat. I think the two random things are just there to hold the plane. I don't remember those being there.
Wow, it's in black and white. Destino, you're gonna have to let us know if that's what it looks like in the movie too.
Mm.
There's like a color version, but it's definitely like a computer generated thing.
Mm.
Like
We
like a
say
CAD
black
program.
now. We don't say colored anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Really,
I like
Genesis?
that change.
Oh, there it is. Okay, thank
I
you.
like that change.
Were those fins on there in the movie? I don't
I don't
remember it
know.
having those
I don't
vertical
remember.
fins on the wings.
I don't remember the fins.
Oh shit!
They have little
It's
wheels
at
on
the
them, though.
National Air and Space Museum. This is part of
Damn.
Oh.
their collection. So no, this thing actually existed. They probably did base it off the thing. It was probably built in there if it's a museum.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. There you
Very
go.
cool. Very cool.
I know props at the back of planes was definitely something that like the Germans were testing too, because then they went from propeller at the back to trying to make a jet engine in World War II, and I think they technically succeeded. They had like some weird launch system with like a slingshot. But anyway.
Mm.
All right, ready to move on to the next
Yeah, we're
thing, or
done. We're done.
I still have stuff
Oh, okay, go ahead.
that I watched. I never got through it. I watched Jack Reacher season 1. Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Hey.
That's a surprise to me. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Prison
I was
fight
like, you
scene,
know
real
what?
good.
Yeah, yeah,
Little tiny
yeah.
cop, very cute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, that's kind of it.
Jack's a robot pretty much the entire show, other than like
Yeah,
the last few episodes.
that's kind of what he is. Also, the actor is kind of wooden a little bit in that first season. Like he's not shining anywhere. But like, I like
Yeah,
him. I like him in the role a lot.
he fits the character for
Yeah,
sure.
he's just a big dude who doesn't like to
Yeah.
have personal items and doesn't like
But
when
also
people
he's
don't
like his
follow the
own
law.
detective.
Yeah, no, he's super
He's
smart.
like Batman
Yeah. That guy is
almost
fan casted for Batman
in
all the
that
time
way.
now.
Oh.
Too big.
Yeah, when they kept doing those scenes, I was like, you know what? This might be one reason why Adam likes it so much.
I never really got a Batman vibe from it.
Like all the
Mostly
investigative
because
parts.
he just slaughters people.
He does.
um, there's like there's a couple moments that I like a lot, but like there's
Hmm.
nothing in that where I'm like, wow, this reminds me. The show that reminded me the most of Batman, especially in the last season, was Warrior, as you know. But
Hmm.
yeah, the investigative stuff. I mean, I like when smart people are doing things, and he was smart and he was doing stuff. And there's a lot of cool moments in that show where it's like, I know this guy. He's got a scar on his arm because of this. He's got that because of this one girl lied to him and did this and that. How do you know all that? Because he's my brother. Like, there's a lot of cool scenes like that. Roscoe is her name. I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
Um,
Roscoe's the police girl.
yeah, the detective guy, the black guy. He was in
Hmm.
iZombie, and he's great in that. I know him as Malcolm in that. I can't
Oh,
remember what his name is in this. Um, also great in this show. Like the chemistry between those three are great, which sucks about
yeah.
the other seasons because each season is a new story.
That's what I saw. I was like, wait, hold on. He's
Yeah,
leaving. That means the whole cast is going to be different now,
yeah.
which kind of
Also,
sucks.
I will say season 2, the action is terrible. The action is literally such a downgrade because of
Oh
COVID
no.
protocols, and that there's articles that came out after the show came out being like, yeah, we know the action's not great. Um, there's no action scene that's better than any of them in season 1. It's still worth a watch because it's still fun, but like the chemistry for me, I didn't think the chemistry of a lot of it worked. Um,
Oh man.
yeah, I think season 2 was disappointing, but I think season 3 comes out in like December or like later this year or something like that.
Okay.
Because they literally were like, we finished filming season 2, we're filming season 3 now. Because they finished filming season 1 and then COVID happened, and then they took so much time off.
Hmm.
And
Damn.
also the dude looked kind of bloated for season 2 because he got more jacked for it, and he clearly
How
took
does he get more
steroids.
jacked?
He
He's
honest.
already so fucking
Hold on, hold
huge.
on, hold on, hold on. Alan
Uh, oh my
Richson.
god! Everybody's calling him a gorilla in the show.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's huge.
Like
Season
damn.
1 versus 2.
He's like Chris Redfield from RE5.
Yeah, he's.
Maybe a little taller. Because he's very tall. He's like he's at 6'5", I think, in the show. Or if that might be his actual height too, because he's huge.
Yeah, he just looks so much older in the second season because of all the drugs.
Oh, he does them drugs.
Well, yeah, he's on like testosterone to get buff for season 2.
Alan Richson.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, he literally gained like 20 more pounds of muscle or something like that.
What the? Where does that even go?
His arms are just bigger, and his chest is huge,
What the hell?
and also his
Good
face like
lord.
got huge.
And his face is already huge.
Yeah, hold on, I'll send you a picture of what his face looks like. I'll put it in the chat so everybody can be involved in this.
I thought
But
it was a good season one
yeah,
though.
it's great. Good
Pretty
action,
good.
good story, very interesting. The one bad guy with the cane, I always think is the guy who does the voices in the Pixar movies, but it's not.
His voice sounded familiar.
It's not him. It's not him though.
Oh,
He's in a bunch of stuff. I think he's the bear Lotso. Is he Lotso maybe in Toy Story 3?
that might be a. He sounded
Is that
very
Lot?
similar.
Yeah, he's something. He's in a bunch of stuff.
The
He's the
KFC man.
yeah yeah he's very much like the KFC man. He's the sheriff in My Cousin Vinny. If you've ever seen that,
I have not.
it makes sense. Yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Um.
Bruce McGill is his
Yeah.
name. That actor.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Watch anything else? Play anything else?
Yeah, I had started watching the Roundup on Prime as well. Another Don Lee film where he's just literally moving people across rooms because that's
Oh.
just what he does. In every one of his movies, he's just taking people, throwing them, punching people into walls for like 6 feet away. I didn't finish it yet though. I had to stop for something and I didn't get to finish it. But I got like a little more than halfway through. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Cool.
Another fun Don Lee action film. Um, hmm. Did I watch something on Max? Um, Me and Kat here watched a couple episodes of Drake and Josh last night.
Interesting.
Um, yeah. And it was the season one episodes, which suddenly reappeared on Hulu because I'm pretty sure they never had any season one stuff. Um, or maybe like only a few episodes, but now there's like 4 or 5 in season one, so we watched some of those. Yeah, I think before they like barely had any from season one. Something changed. Um, oh, and then I watched Twister, the old
Oh
one
hell yeah,
again.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
dude, you watched. What's going? You had an Adam week. Twister's good.
Yeah.
Twister's good, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great film.
Good special
Especially for the
effects.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
Totally,
story. That guy kind of fucks over that one
totally.
lady a little bit. His new fiance.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
She's just on the sidelines the entire movie
Yeah,
basically
he just
after he gets
traumatizes her,
there.
and then she goes,
Just
"All
lets her
right,
go on her
I'm done."
own.
But yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. A lot of actors in that, like Philip Seymour Hoffman, um, a young Philip Seymour Hoffman. You see the guy who plays Balder in it at a point, Jeremy Davies.
Hmm.
Like just a lot of faces.
Yeah.
Carrie
Oh yeah,
Elways.
yeah, yeah. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yeah, that I
Yeah,
only recognized him because I was like, wait, I know that face. It's from the guy from Mission Impossible,
3.
3,
Yeah, so good in 3.
who
Best part
like
of 3.
ingrained his face into my mind
Yeah,
forever.
great actor. R.I.P.
Yeah, he's really good. Oh, he died?
Yeah, drug overdose in like
Oh no.
2014 or something like that, I think.
2014, yeah, what the hell? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Shit.
one of the greatest actors of our time.
Wow. I was wondering where he was. Damn.
Yeah.
That is very unfortunate.
My pick for Penguin in a movie for the longest time. Honestly,
Mm.
a big fan cast for Penguin as well. For
He's a really good villain. Like,
yeah. Oh, he's.
superb villain.
I kind of wish I saw him as like a hero in a movie because he's just such a great actor in everything he's in.
Yeah. Wow. Hmm. Um, I did want to watch the Twisters movie, but I didn't get to watch that yet. I also want to watch Dead Reckoning because it's on Prime now. Maybe next week.
Dead Reckoning is so, I don't know.
I saw it's almost 3 hours long.
It feels it at points. There's Dead Reckoning. I
I'm like,
saw it with
damn, that is such a
Caterpillar.
long
We were
Mission
there were
Impossible
parts we
movie.
like and there's parts that are like it's the plot gets so bad. And like
Hmm.
just how good Fallout was and oh god, what
Yeah.
was the one before that? Um
Ghost Protocol.
yeah, no, Ghost Protocol was 5.
Is that 5?
Yeah.
Um.
Oh
Oh,
god, what
Rogue Nation.
Rogue Nation. How good Rogue Nation was. How good Ghost Protocol than Rogue Nation than
Yeah.
Fallout was, and then we get to Dead Reckoning Part 1, and it's like, ugh.
Well, this was supposed to be like a back-to-back thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Originally.
I think they're still making the Part 2, but Part 1 did not do well
Uh, I'm sure they'll
because
still make a part 2 though.
I think so.
They
It's just
can't.
it makes decisions that are fucking terrible. I can't wait for you to watch it because there's one thing I know you're gonna be like, oh, that's a choice. There's like 3 things I know you're gonna be like, that's a choice.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah, my parents watched it because they also love Mission Impossible.
yeah, I
My
love a
dad
Tom Cruise.
especially. I didn't really get their opinions on it, but yeah, I'll probably watch
They're probably
for
like,
next week.
we liked it. It was okay. There's parts.
Yeah, I mean, my dad in particular, he only really watches the action films for the action and like nothing else. So as long
It,
as there's something in there,
there's action. A lot of it is some of it's not great. Like
uh,
there's a couple moments in that movie where it's Like what they do the Uncharted 2 train sequence, and it is sometimes it's great and sometimes it looks terrible and it goes on for too long. Also, the movie ends on a cliffhanger.
For part 2.
Yeah, and it's not like holy shit, like this is such a cliffhanger. It's like, okay, now we got to do the other part of the mission. It's like, oh, okay, which makes sense, but yeah.
Yeah.
Twisters I want to see as
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
You still gotta watch Monkey Man.
Is that on anything?
Peacock, I think.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah,
Okay,
Peacock.
I have Peacock. I don't check it a lot, so
I think it's Peacock. Yeah, Peacock.
maybe I'll watch that too.
Yeah, it's good.
Triple feature next week.
Ooh, wait, is Twisters on anything?
I thought I saw it somewhere.
I thought it's still in theaters.
Oh, maybe that's maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's digital streaming date. August 13th.
Oh, it might be a rent then at that point. I don't know. I don't think it's going to
Okay.
be on any
Yeah.
service.
Yeah. Never mind then. We'll have to wait for that.
Do you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. Could go in the
Oopsies!
theater.
Yes, theater. The theater at home.
Yeah.
All right. Watch anything else? Play anything else?
I think that's it. I think I'm all
Okay.
set.
And as the weeks go by, these Death segments get real long sometimes.
I gotta be honest. I drag him out because he's watched all the things I watched.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
we also
it's fine.
turned
Listen,
Godzilla into the whole topic anyway.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
no,
Godzilla was a whole
as
thing.
long
So
as there's topics like and discussion, it's all cool. I'm fine. You know, it's not as bad as when Kevin opens his fucking mouth and he says something.
Damn right.
hey, Kevin, why
All
don't
right,
you open
Kevin.
that mouth?
Uh,
What do we want to talk about first? Want to talk about Helldivers first? Or you want to talk about your other game? I know you're itching to talk about your other game.
yeah, but I'm just gonna go. Like, so maybe we should do Helldivers.
Talk about Helldivers first.
I don't think we got too much to say about Helldivers, if I'm honest. We play a lot of Helldivers. Kat, you got anything to say about Helldivers too? About the new stuff?
Oh, is Caterpillar still here? Or did Caterpillar leave already?
Caterpillar's here. He's playing Dredge.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic game. I like your style.
Cat, what you got? What you got about Helldivers, Cat? Nothing.
It's not out yet.
Well, did you play the new update?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, what's your opinions on the update? I thought there were like 4 or 6 enemies that got added.
There's like variations of others, but there's one main new enemy that's
Oh.
very annoying with
Oh,
tentacles.
Yeah, the tentacles.
Mostly because I don't know where the fuck he is 90% of the time.
So, is there any definitive way of killing those things, or
Airstrike kills it pretty good.
airstrike? Okay.
Yeah, you. Go ahead.
How about a non-airstrike weapon? Like there's a laser.
Spear, yeah, spear, maybe laser. I don't know. It's kind of like
Spear can't lock onto it.
Oh.
Well, maybe like the actual thing, but they can't do anything to the tentacles.
No.
But I did kill the tentacles with Patriot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can shoot the tentacles pretty much with anything. Most of the time they're a pain in the ass. Yeah, you need a lot of ammo, but also they're a pain in the ass. And also, when it happens, you're usually already surrounded by a bunch of other bugs.
Yeah.
So it's not like this thing in the video. They showed it like there was almost nothing around him, and all of a sudden tentacles were coming out of the ground. Every time the tentacles came out of the ground, I was being beaten to death by like all the little bugs and like a couple big ones. And those
So I
brood
thought
commanders are fucking dicks.
the new
They've
ones.
been dicks for like since like 3 patches ago. They're getting worse as time goes on. Those things
So I
beat
thought
the
they
shit out of
said
me.
the tentacles are going to be there to stop your escape from the bugs. So like you're gonna I
Yeah, you
I
can get
thought
away.
that was the whole point of the tentacles. Like, yes, they're going to be there when there's a shit ton of bugs around you. So yeah, you're gonna get trapped and you're gonna die.
Yeah, you're gonna get trapped. You're gonna die. Yeah, sometimes they
Yeah.
close in on each other and like smack each other, which is funny. Sometimes they miss, and sometimes they'll knock you down, and then before you get back up, they'll knock you again, and you'll kind of get tossed in that loop. Or it'll knock you, and your luck will just take you into a group of bugs. Most likely brood commanders who are like, "Hey, have you met my claws?" And then you meet their claws, and then you also meet God the same day, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
Meeting
Okay.
their claws. Oh my
Um, has anybody tried the
god.
like the flamethrower, the what's another one that people are complaining about now? The
Anti-tank mine.
anti-tank mines. Anybody try those to kind of
Nope.
confirm like that this fandom is losing its mind?
No, no. I mean, everything the Reddit's saying is probably true because that's just what Arrowhead does to this game. Before they put out a war bond concentrating on those weapons, and I don't know why everyone's surprised still every time it happens. I still don't know why it's happening, but I don't know why everyone's still surprised. Um,
A couple little things I saw in the patch notes too of like the arc blitzer. Now you don't have to keep pressing it to have electricity shoot out of it. And then
So that's a lie. It still functions exactly how it normally does.
oh,
They sort of half fixed it, hitting things that are immediately in front of you. It still clips on enemy bodies, so you can't shoot through anything. It now clips on walls, so if it touches a wall or a rock or anything like that, it just does not hit anything at all. Um,
Pretty good at killing
it
teammates though. Pretty good.
yeah, it's real good at killing Helldivers. At that, it does at extended range. Um,
Yeah.
and then when the fun fact, now the game treats the Arc Blitzer as having no ammo at all. So whenever you have the gun out, it is telling you constantly to switch to your other weapon by pressing triangle because it believes you have no ammo, even though the gun has infinite ammo.
Oh, that's interesting.
Um, but clearly they played around with the gun. They fixed the bug and they tested this game, so they know that that's not a thing. I'm making that up. Um,
That was sarcasm.
yeah. So I don't know, man. They gotta stop with these freaking war bonds. They gotta stop with trying to like go so hard on the storyline. I guess like we need new mission types. That's what we really need. Or
We
give us
got
a new
some.
enemy race. We got
Maybe one.
technically zero.
What? No, two. We got two.
Well, okay, I guess the larva and one for bots, yeah. But like,
In the
there's
air.
no there's no freaking blitz shit. Like you could do blitz against one of these like bigger bases or blitz against like an AA
We did
setup
a
or
blitz against one of the
whatever
bigger
the hell
bases.
against this. I guess it's fair, but like, there's no escort defend missions except for the
Good.
stupid civilian one.
Yeah, I
There's
don't
no.
ever want an escort defend mission in this fucking game.
All right.
Unless they fix.
I guess we can keep doing the same missions as we've always been doing,
No,
but it's
no, no,
boring
no,
as
no, no,
shit
no,
now.
no, Kevin, that's okay. What I'm saying is I don't want an escort defend mission because the one they have in here is fucking garbage, and I
Oh,
oh,
don't
where you're
think
taking
a
the little
dip.
baby bug?
No, I'm talking about like the stupid fucking the citizens that they have. Like that mission sucks. That mission's not
oh
fun
yeah,
on any
no.
level. So I don't think them making a one that's more complicated or one that's like more involved, I don't think it would be any better. So I just don't want them touching that at all. I'm down with them putting new missions in this game, that's fine. But like, for the love of God, please don't let it be an escort defend mission. Unless it's like a giant tank that's invincible and we have to escort that. There are a couple things you said in the chat though, Kevin, that I liked about what they should add.
I don't remember what I said, but um, I don't know. This game's getting very, very boring, and they can't update it properly, apparently, because everything they say they fix isn't actually fixed. The freaking thing where it remembers what you last did with your gun, that's not fixed. Again, it just keeps reverting back to whatever the other state is now. So if you were just aiming third person, now it likes to go back to first person when you start up the next mission. Oh my god.
The
All this
thought they
stuff
did something
worked.
with that in the settings.
Everything
Yeah, they did.
worked.
It doesn't work. It's glitched. It's been glitched,
Like
and they said
all
they
of this
fixed it. And it's
shit,
glitched still.
all of this shit worked when
Damn.
the game came out. You keep breaking shit. Oh my god, just actually
Making
play your
more work
game.
for themselves.
And like,
Damn.
okay, to be fair, I'm sure someone on the team plays the game, or they have people playing that like give them feedback or whatever. But like,
I,
when you go and
I
you say, "Hey, we fixed this thing with this gun," and then there's an incredibly obvious, again, the arc blitzer. It now just sits there saying switch weapons with triangle because it thinks it has no ammo. You can't not notice that when you're developing this game and you say, "Hey, this weapon now works. We realized we had a problem with it hitting things that were immediately on top of you. We fixed it." Like, you should have noticed that this thing is.
I saw a comment on Reddit that I thought was really great, and it was like, I don't think anybody testing this game plays it past level 4. And I was like, oh, that honestly might be
It's
true.
possible. Yeah.
That honestly might be true. I I have over 300 hours in this game. Okay, I find the formula incredibly addictive. I still think like the geology missions are fun. I still think the ICBMs are fun, and I still think the oil missions are fun. I like the destroying the nursery things, whatever the hell that's where you drop the
Hatcheries?
bombs and I don't know. Well, the hatchery ones I think is fun too. But there's one where you
Oh,
drop
I
the
don't know what
bomb
the
that we
hatchery is.
did. When didn't we just do that, Genesis? When did we do that? Was that this week?
What
When
what did we do
were
this week?
destroying when you didn't do that mission before we were doing the bombs. We dropped the
Oh,
bomb. Was that yesterday
yeah, no,
or the other
that
day?
was
Sunday night?
the other day. That was Sunday night. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah.
night.
Is
When
that
we
what
were
that
doing that,
patch note was
that,
about with
that
the
mission's
freaking
fun.
drill bomb?
Yeah, yeah. That mission's a
Oh, because
lot
I
of
was like,
fun.
what the hell is this?
That
Adam could
mission's
not
I have
find that
never seen
one
that
where he
mission
was like, "What
okay.
the
That
hell is this
okay.
fucking thing?"
Okay. I will say that was so fucking annoying. Where on the map it was like, hey, look at this giant circle. This is where it should be, and then all of a sudden it fucking wasn't in that circle at all, and I was like, what
I
the fuck?
changed it
What
immediately.
the fuck?
Nice,
Um,
nice.
and then I fell down one of the holes and I dropped the super Samson. That was so disappointing.
Mm.
But yeah, that mission is so much fun. Like I really enjoy that. I do think that they need more missions. I also do think that they need to mix something up. The one thing, Kevin, I really liked you suggest is the recon blitz missions that could turn into longer missions
Oh
if
yeah,
a priority target is found. Super Earth High Command is demanding you destroy that whatever Helldivers were resupplying your fleet so they can provide additional support. In the opposite missions where backup from the fleet cuts out early and you have to scramble to extract early. Love those. Love that idea. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
great
That was
idea.
actually, I think that's my best idea
I
out
think
of
it's your
everything
best
I posted.
idea. I like your Queen's Hatchery idea too. Like the missions, we're doing an ICBM. Mix up the ICBM where you're launching the ICBM and on the last thing, it won't launch because you have to go somewhere else because there's like an issue or something, or like
Mm-hmm.
you have to hey the if it's an ICBM with the robots, hey, there's some kind of thing in the air that if you launch the ICBM,
Right.
it will destroy it or something. So like
Mm-hmm.
destroy that before you can launch the ICBM. Like they need to mix them up in some ways. Like with some modifier, honestly, would make
Mm-hmm.
it way more diverse. The nerfing thing is getting it so far. The nerfing really hasn't affected anything I use. The only nerf that affected my current gear is the grenade pistol, where it went from 8 shots to 2 or 8 to 6, not to 2.
to
Jesus
6.
8 to
Christ.
6, yeah.
It dropped it by 2
Oh,
to 6.
that's another thing. Did that patch note? Somebody check this. That patch note, I swear to God, said every time you resupply, you get 4.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yes, you
You get
get
2.
4 now. 4 now. It used to be
You
2.
get
You
2.
get 4 now.
Still get 2.
Get two
I was
two
getting
box.
2 from everything.
Oh, really?
I gotta be
Also,
honest.
real
I
interesting.
swear I was getting 4, but I don't know if I looked at hard enough. I thought I was getting 4, but Kevin's probably right.
Actually, wait, hold
Um,
on. I might be wrong. I don't know that I picked up a supply box. I might have been picking up normal ammo boxes, and those are different. I retract
oh,
my statement.
okay. Two interesting things I just saw. You guys already probably knew this one, but the robot head or the mutated egg that you get is 2 super samples and 4
Yeah,
rare
we figured
samples.
that out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we figured that out. And we're like, that was not worth it.
that is
It
apparently
stunk.
that's the high value pickup that you get.
That
It stunk.
egg is Kevin carried it the most, I will say. So if Kevin wants to speak on this before anybody else,
Oh, okay.
I carried that
I
egg for
mean,
4 seconds. It fucking sucked.
first of all, like, I don't. It sucked because I wasn't aware that you were gonna have to freaking carry this piece of shit. But it's finally something in the game beyond the like hard drive and one other thing where like it's actually beneficial to have a one-handed
Bless you.
weapon because you have to carry this fucking thing the entire time. So if you have a one-handed primary weapon, you can actually do something while you're doing this. 'Cause you
Uh,
can't call stratagems. You have to drop it if you want to use a two-handed weapon. And if
mhm.
you drop the egg, it's an egg, so it starts rolling all the way the fuck somewhere else.
And I'll tell you what, everybody on the team was very confused when it would go somewhere, and Kevin was like, "It's round, it rolls."
I said that like five
um,
times in case
Yeah,
it's like out over the egg went.
caterpillar.
the,
Why does the egg keep disappearing? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna choke this man out.
Also, if you pick up that egg, a stalker kills you immediately. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Okay, now
That was
hold on.
my
I have a
experience.
theory. I have a theory here. Do, is there special like reinforcements that happen when you grab that thing?
I don't know.
Because I feel like they were trying to like not take it back physically, but like
Stopping us
whoever
from
had the
taking
egg
it.
got more shit on them than everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm still so surprised that we got that egg. Still so
Oh
surprised
my
we
god.
got that. And then when
No.
we saw the 2 and 4, we're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like,
It should be like 30 or 40 rares. Like that's what we really need. We need something special to get
I would
from
say it should
missions
be
that
15
is
rares
just a
and
bunch of
5
rares.
soups. That's what it should be, at least.
Or that, sure.
5 and 15, I'd be like, yeah, okay, cool. That's not terribly balanced. Like that's not awful. But
Right,
like
right, I know what you mean.
the nerfing stuff in this game though, again, it's not affecting me too much here. I told Kevin I never really ran out of ammo using the grenade pistol because I have a grenade launcher, so I don't have to use
Yeah, I run out all the time.
the grenade pistol is just my backup. Um,
Hmm.
and it comes in handy,
Huh.
so I don't think I'll notice a difference. But everything else that's been nerfed, it hasn't affected me. But at the same time, it is bullshit that this happens literally every time. And it's like, oh, I thought we were past this. Like, why do we keep
It's
nerfing
nothing they
things?
say. Nothing they say do they actually stick to. Because there wasn't, what is it, 2, 3 like major patches ago, they were like, oh, we're gonna rebalance all the stratagems and stuff so that everybody can bring more things because we have to bring in anti-tank weapons too often. And now you just freaking like nerf all kinds of shit into the ground. You make more heavy armored things. You have different versions of Charger that all have the same goddamn armor on them that you can't like do anything to unless you have like one of 6 weapons. It's so stupid. And
there
then you
was
shoot
a
pieces of armor off and you try to shoot it like the soft tissue and you get no feedback of whether you're actually hitting the thing, shots are bouncing off or whatever the hell. So you don't even know what the hell is going on there. Oh,
there was an image that somebody was
it's
not somebody, but
aggravating.
people are floating around on that Pleedstead. I don't know pronouncing his last name.
Hillstead?
I don't care. Pilstead,
We'll come
whatever.
up with new ways to pronounce it every podcast. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Where he was like, "Yeah, we went too far in one direction of nerfing too many things. We'll talk to the team about that." And then here we are at this update, and
Yeah, I
it's more
remember when he
nerfs.
said that, and it's just like
Um,
it's wild every
Also,
time.
the explosive crossbow is now a one-handed weapon.
Yep.
That's another
Yep.
small thing that got updated. And then Helldivers can now use stims while you're at full health now.
Yeah,
Yep.
which I actually found
Which
some
is
use in.
nice.
Yeah, I found some
It's
use
really
in.
nice.
It honestly makes me think about getting an armor with 6 slots for
Oh, that's
stims.
a good point. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it honestly makes me think. I mean, I'll never give up my run armor, but I mean, honestly, at this point, my run armor barely gets me any run anymore because most of the planets are either sweltering hot or they have some sort of storm that slows me down, and or on the higher levels, you're just fucking slowed down all the time because of all the plants and all the bugs
All the
and their
shrubs, the
gases.
bugs,
And
the
for some
fucking
reason,
bile
a bile
titan.
titan's killing Kevin on the other side of the map, but for some reason, that gas smoke shit is affecting me. And I'm like, what?
Yep.
It's not. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like,
Yep.
I barely see them in the distance. Why am I getting hurt? I don't know. I never got that, but whatever. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but like it's so annoying
I know
when
what you
that
mean,
happens.
though. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I,
you've got
I,
massive dislikes
I
again.
will say, love the game. Still gonna play it. Can't wait to unlock stuff for this patch shit for the war bond. Um, I'm still in it. Still in it for the long haul. I'm 305 hours at this point. Still going. Still going.
I think I'm passing on the Warbond entirely because I'm convinced that fire is absolutely terrible in this game. But
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna use any of that shit. I just want it. I'm just at
I'm
that.
down for
I'm just,
Warband.
you
I want
know,
to go fire build. I want to do a fire build.
this is my
good
weekly
luck.
game.
Oh no, they can't make shit right in this game. It's starting to get really annoying to the point where it's like I don't even know
Kevin, you've
why
been
I
annoyed
bother.
for months at this point.
I have been.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we made a thermite grenade. Oh sweet, that means it's really good against vehicles like in real life, right? No.
No. No,
Okay,
that
then
makes.
like you could stick it to an armored like bug and it'll kill it. No.
How would that
Okay, so
work?
what's the
Come
point
on.
of this? Like you realize that thermite is still used today to get through like steel doors, right?
Nope.
Okay,
No,
cool.
that's
So
not real.
like
That's not real. Don't look into that.
yeah.
That's why I think like they could update the shit out of this game, and it could be terrible for a lot of people, and I'll still be like, I'm having a good time.
Hey, whatever, you know.
Me and Kat are in this for the long haul. You know what I mean? Like,
You like what you like. Like I'm not trying to take away from anybody or say like you're
oh,
wrong for
yeah, no, you're
liking the
not taking
game, but
anything. Don't you worry.
man, like for someone like me, they're doing all the wrong things. The
Yeah.
gameplay loop is getting boring. You need way too many rare samples compared to everything else for any of these upgrades.
Oh,
They
Kevin, it
continue to
gets way
make
worse. It gets way worse with
oh
the ship
I know it
upgrades.
does. They continue to make ship upgrades of higher tiers instead of making like a whole different tree of them, making
Oh,
a
dude.
different
And
thing
also,
as opposed to a
it
destroyer.
costs like 300 common, a full thing of 250 rare, and
Yeah,
25 soups.
yeah,
And it's like,
it's stupid.
okay, so you just kind of
Like
you're grinding
25
out
super
for a
samples
while.
isn't hard. All those commons isn't hard. The rare is what's hard.
The
And
rare
there's
are
no way to
difficult.
frickin' get it.
The rare are difficult. I will say the rare are very difficult.
And
Hey,
it's not
level.
even like
We get that
difficult
egg
isn't
though.
even the right word. Yeah, right. Rare samples are just there's just not enough of them. It takes too long to get them for this kind of game. Like this is not a competitive game. This is not something that really needs to be this grindy. Like you're doing this just to try to keep people playing, but you're not changing anything about the gameplay loop. So the gameplay loop is going to get boring when you just say, "Hey, our trend is going to keep going, just keep increasing, increasing, increasing," as opposed to having like side grades like they do with stratagems. Like the freaking anti-tank mines are only 7k RP or whatever the hell it is. Requisition slips.
The yellow
Like,
shit.
yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
yellow things, which like you don't use on anything. Like, there's nothing to spend those on. Can I
Yeah.
use
There's
requisition slips to get samples?
the higher ship upgrades also require the requisition slips.
Of course they do. Why not? I mean, because they don't know what else to throw those things at. Like,
I honestly still wish you can convert those to rare samples, but you know that's just me.
Yeah, this is like the classic Diablo problem of, oh God, what do we do with these different currencies? Because people are maxing out on things and we don't have anything to spend it on. And it's like, just freaking adjust shit and come out with things. It's not hard. Get texture packs, weapon skins, fucking I don't know. Just start coming up with shit. You got an art department, go crazy.
Hmm.
Oh baby. All right, cool. Destino, do you got anything to say about Helldivers 2 recent updates?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
Not
Nah, you're good.
really.
You're good. All right.
It just sounds like they're not doing what they gotta do.
Wow, play the game. Caterpillar or
Wait,
cat. Yeah. Oh, Caterpillar left. Cat, you got anything else you want to add? You want to fight Kevin? You agree with Kevin? You got any response? You have any thoughts?
I trust Kevin with all of my
Is Kevin
brain
running for president?
With all
and
of your
all of my
brain?
heart.
Oh my God,
Interesting. All right, all right.
Kevin, you're gonna
Kevin,
abuse that
can you
power, and I
run,
can't
please?
wait.
I'd
Damn
rather
right I
vote
am.
for you.
I wouldn't vote for Kevin. That guy's nuts. What
I
are you
would.
talking
In
I
about?
would
Kevin, I
vote for
trust.
Kevin. Are you kidding me, bro? Oh my God.
Thank
Adam,
God
you
you
could be
can't
vice.
vote.
They got you can't. Oh my God.
Thanks.
Holy shit.
I mean, he's not wrong. I didn't. I never registered to vote, so I can't vote.
You
What?
still register.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to register. I don't want to register.
Okay.
You have to register to vote?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Yeah.
get the.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day when I think
Oh
it was
wait,
in high school or something, they made you
I'm
register, and I
confusing
skipped
things.
out on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
I
Or
did
middle
or
school or
not.
something.
I don't
I
think you
don't
have to
know.
pick a party to vote though, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. That's what it is.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
have to pick a
I
party to
never did.
vote in the primaries.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad not
But
being able
Kat,
to vote. It's
anything?
good.
Any thoughts you got? A response to anything
Well,
we've said or?
nothing. No wrong answers.
I'll tell you a wrong answer.
Whoa.
It's not going to be good. I shouldn't say it. Never mind.
Cool. Cool. You gonna still play? Just what make you want to play more? Play less? It's just the same. Cool.
There
Cool.
we
Cool.
go.
That's fair. You do. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Still waiting for you to pass me. You're 19 levels away. You'll get there.
Only 19.
Yeah, 19. That's not that much. He's level 70 now,
Yep.
and I'm
Wow.
on the precipice of 90.
Get pissed on your press for 90.
Whoa. I don't
Oh,
know what that
okay. Well,
means, but do that, all right?
honestly, it makes sense. Kevin, you know what to
Yo,
do now. Go
what do
off.
I do? Go off? All
Go
right.
off.
Genesis, you there?
I'm here. I'm
Is
alive.
you there?
Are you listening? You
You-
listening,
I'm here.
son? This is your segment to listen to and
Oh,
get
This is
super
your
hyped.
interactive segment, Genesis. You
Yeah,
pay
this is
attention for
your
this one.
interactive segment. Maybe other
oh.
people too. I don't know who else is Battlefield fans here. All right. So I played an alpha called Delta Force Hawk Ops, and let me tell you something. This game is insanely good. I cannot believe that they're gonna call this freaking shit an alpha. This is like ready to launch. Um,
Mm.
so first of all, what kind of bugs are there in the game? Uh, oh shit, what are the bugs that I've encountered? Hit
You,
markers don't always show up with the M16 at distance. And then other weapons like also have an issue with hit markers showing up at distance. And when I say at distance, I mean like 200 meters plus on a weapon that's not supposed to shoot that far. Quote quote. Um, but like you're still getting hits. Like it doesn't really feel like the game is not tracking hits. The hit detection is actually really good from what I can tell. Um, but the hit markers don't show up consistently at long distance, especially with the M16. That gun, I don't know what the hell's wrong with that. But um, then there's one weird. Oh, there's a bug with getting out of vehicles. That seems to work like fine now since the first update they did. But um, when I first started playing, I got out of a transport ship, and I kind of like got stuck mid animation of getting out for a while, but like you're invulnerable while you're stuck, so it's not necessarily a terrible thing. Um, but it just basically took like 6, 7 seconds to actually like fully exit the vehicle and get back into fighting. Um, there was another bug. What the hell? If you're wondering why it's taking me so long to think of these, it's because they're very insignificant. I don't remember what the other bug was. There was some weird other thing that went on. I think it was a visual bug. Um, but anyway, mostly this game is completely bug free. The performance of this game is insane. Um,
What is it running?
I,
1440 by 60 or 4K by 60 on PC?
I'm running it 1920 by 1080 because that's what my shit's like set up for. I
What are you
could
running
run
on
it higher.
FPS wise?
So 1920 by 1080 with ultra graphics settings, pulling anywhere between 85 and 120.
Okay.
Um, and my computer is not great. Like I'm running on a 2070. Um,
Mm.
so like you don't really need a whole lot to run this game, and it still looks pretty damn good. And the draw distance is fucking nuts. The draw distance is
Optimized.
hundreds of meters. um, I think my longest long shot kill was with a sniper rifle, but it was like 510 or something stupid. Like it was far away. um, so enough of that. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. All right. First of
Meat
all,
and
the Havoc
potatoes.
multiplayer mode. Havoc multiplayer mode is basically, well, at least for right now, attack and defend. You don't do a round of both. You are thrown onto either the attacking team or the defending team. Basically, how Battlefield had it set up. And the attack defend is there. It's similar to the grand operations or whatever they were called in Battlefield 1 and 5, um, where you have like your A objectives and your B objectives, C, D, however like many, however deep it goes, and the attacking team has to try to take everything in the A sector first, and then when they do, they get like more tickets. There's a retreat period of time where like the defending enemies are marked if they're in that Alpha territory, and then they have to retreat to Bravo, yada yada yada. Great. Um, this mode is 32 on 32. It is intense as shit. The sound design in this game is fucking amazing. It is like 12 out of 10. It is loud. It is punchy. And when you're in Havoc warfare mode, you can't tell where the fuck anything's going on. Like, especially if you're in the caves and stuff, you can tell that like people are close to you, but like where exactly? I mean, to an extent, you know that like if somebody's like immediately around the corner, but for the rest of the thing, it's like, oh yeah, there's definitely people up ahead. Like I'm hearing like 10 different guns going off. And then when you're out like in the open, there's sounds of battle everywhere, and it's freaking great. Um, you got uh vehicles that can be called in. What do we have? There's an infantry fighting vehicle, which doubles as like a transport if people don't know what that is. It's got like a sort of armor penetrating gun on it and a machine gun. You got an Abrams battle tank. Um, you've got a helicopter that looks to be either an Apache or a Cobra. Um, you've got is that the three vehicles that are in there? There's another one. Oh, there's also Humvees that like spawn on the map. And then there's like transport boats. We don't that those don't matter. That's just at the beginning of one of the missions. And then you basically forget them. Um, Vehicles feel really, really good and really balanced. The problem is a lot of people are saying, "Oh, yeah, the vehicles, oh, they're so broken." Blah blah blah. That's because nobody is fucking playing the anti-tank operator. Like, if more people ran the freaking AT4 to take out the Abrams battle tank, it's 3 to 4 hits depending on where you hit it. That's it. 3 rockets and the whole fucking thing is gone. It costs 12,000 points to call one in. Like, it's really not that bad. And on top of that, Battlefield, take notes. I'm saying this a lot. Um, if you hit the tank in certain spots, like you can actually do internal damage. It's possible to damage an engine or destroy an engine on a vehicle, rendering it helpless or almost helpless. Um, you can do more damage by hitting the tank in the side as opposed to like in the frontal armor. Um, Stuff like that. You got let's see. Where do we want to go next? Oh, helicopters are interesting. Helicopters are kind of annoying because the AA guns kind of suck in this game. I think one of the things they need to buff is the velocity of the rounds from the AA guns. It's way too hard to judge those things, um, in my opinion. And I'm good at judging projectiles. If like people who have played first-person shooters with me, they know that like I have an uncanny ability to judge projectiles, especially if it has to do with like grenades or any arcing thing.
Kevin, you
But
did
like
that earlier
these,
when you killed Cat with the grenade pistol today.
I fucking nailed him from like 200 feet away. I was like, Kobe. Oh. Oh man, it was funny. But anyway, um, no, the travel time is just weird. Just take my word on it. Something is off. It needs to go a little faster, and everything will be fine. Because like taking out helicopters, the only other way you can really do it is get lucky with an AT4 or use a Stinger, which will lock on. And you got a lot of different anti-tank means in the game, but there is one operator that's really like built for that. Um, the most amount of vehicles, period, I've seen on the map. Like what I mean is by both teams at the same time anywhere on the map and having multiplayer. I think the most I've seen at once is like four. Like these are not something that litters the battlefield all that much, or at least not now. This is obviously the alpha test; things could change. But there's a lot of like restrictions on what you can call in and stuff like that. And as far as other things you can call in, you've got so like your personal points go into like this pool that you can spend on calling shit in. You can call in vehicles for yourself, which all cost different amounts of points. You can call in an artillery strike, which kind of sucks, but like it's kind of nice, I guess. It kind of just suppresses a zone and does like some damage over a wide area. It can really help out with breaking through an objective if there's like a really solid defense going on there. You got a smoke screen that you can call in that is absolutely massive and freaking amazing if you just want to get from point A to point B really easily with like the entire team. Um, and then there's another thing. Oh, you can call in a team-wide respawner. You get like a mobile respawn point that has X amount of uses or health, whatever happens first if you're destroyed or runs out of respawns. Um, it's the same ticket-based stuff that Battlefield has. A lot of people are basically saying this game ripped off Battlefield. I don't understand. I mean, like, I guess, sure, it copies a lot of like the Battlefield philosophy, but it does it better. So if you're really going to complain about that, I don't know what to tell you. And I don't even think like it's an opinion. It is just doing it better. This game feels so much better. The gunplay is so much better. And going on to gunplay is freaking absurd. All right, so you have all kinds of shit you can do to your weapons. The Car 15 on the top rail, where the iron sights are, you can actually put an attachment on to add more rails so that you can put additional attachments on it. I don't know that every weapon is going to have something like this because there's a lot of levels for leveling up weapons and getting all the attachments. And even though there's an accelerated XP gain right now in the alpha, there's a lot of weapons in the game. Um, but I used a bunch of like uh, XP coins that instead of doing XP boosts, just straight up give you XP on weapons. So you can just be like, I really like this gun. This is what I'm spending my weapon XP coins on, and you will get experience. You don't have to fight for it. You just get it right away, and it's freaking amazing. Um, so I maxed out the Car 15 already because I was really liking that gun. Um, but to go over everything that goes into shooting and the gunplay in this game. So when you pull up a weapon in your loadouts and you go to like mess around with it, there's a basic stat screen that comes up for the gun, and the following are on the basic stat screen: damage, range, control, handling, stability, accuracy, armor penetration, fire rate, capacity, firing modes, muzzle velocity, and gunshot sound distance, how far away you can hear it. Cool. Then you have the advanced screens. So the detailed screens, there are 5 of them. The damage screen shows a damage fall off multiplier over distance, and it shows part damage to the head, the chest, the arms, the hands, the waist, the upper leg, and the lower leg. Then you have another window for control, which goes over your full auto vertical recoil multiplier, full auto horizontal recoil multiplier, single and burst vertical recoil multiplier, single and burst horizontal recoil modifier, and current firing stability. And then you have 2 portraits on the side that show your the initial preset how the gun would fire. If you just hold on the trigger, it has like a little silhouette of a person target thing, and it'll show what direction the gun pulls as you just fire the weapon. And then with all the adjustments you've made, the current modification shows how that spreads out. And then you have the handling screen, which has aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, aim down sight movement speed, walk speed, sprint speed, reload time, empty reload time, holster time, and weapon switch time. Then you have the stability screen, which has the breath sway range, the breath holding duration, the recoil reduction while holding breath, the hit flinch multiplier, and movement stability. And then on the right, it shows you an enemy like out at distance and a scope on them, and it gives you 3 boxes of your breath sway range, your breath held sway range, and uneven breath sway range. And then finally, you have your accuracy window, which gives you your hip fire spread range when standing and your maximum fire spread range in the standing position. And it shows you circles on another silhouette thing with walking speed while standing, or stationary spread while standing, and your maximum spread. And that is all of the weapon statistics in this game. And the best part, all of those things I just listed, as you change attachments, they'll change green and red and show you all the modifiers. So if you really want to deep dive into what the fuck you're doing every time you do stuff with these
Oh my god,
attachments,
we're never gonna
you
be
can
able
go
to
to
get
every
play these
single one of
things.
these windows and they'll update every single time you change something.
This fucking beta comes through and I'm gonna be sitting in that attachment window and you're gonna be like, "Are you done yet?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah, you're gonna be on the freaking gun window for 3 hours. You're gonna spend an entire session on just the gun window. And
Yeah, it
then on
works.
top of all of that, you want to put a stock on a gun? Cool. Once you put the stock on the gun, a new button appears. So you equip it, and equip turns into calibrate. So then
Oh,
you
good.
hit calibrate, and you can
Okay.
set how far out the stock is or how far in it is,
Oh,
and that
good.
adjusts a whole bunch of stats. You can
Oh, yeah.
change something else about the stock too, but I forget what the hell the secondary thing was, the weight of
I'm gonna
it or
take the
something like
stock and
that.
put it on my ass for how long I want on the screen.
You put like a red dot sight or a scope on it. You can calibrate that. You can
For
set
that.
how far away you want your eye from the scope.
Can't we add rails
Like,
to guns now too?
yeah, that's what I said. Come
Oh,
on, you gotta pay
okay.
attention here, all right? Rapid fire. Um, but yeah, you can set like how far away you want your character's eye to be from like sights and scopes and shit like that. You can set extra magnification, which I haven't done yet, but I'm assuming that's going to make things slightly blurry given other effects, which I'll talk about in a second. Um, Playing around with weapons is freaking wild. So now let's get to gameplay. Gameplay is insane. Um, it's so fun. The gunplay is, like I said already, it's really good. The recoil feels really good. Um, Especially since like it kind of, even when you're firing like single fire, if you fire single fire quickly, your gun is still bouncing around. It's like there's like residual like recoil, like you're actually like firing a weapon and it's like you haven't had enough time to like recover from the last time it recoiled, so like you're still trying to recenter everything and it's bouncing all over. Bullets deviate from the barrel a little bit, um, which is really nice too. especially for sniping. Sniping feels great when you hit those shots because you're like, yeah, I fucking got that guy. um, all kinds of weapons in the game: assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs. Nothing feels OP. I haven't seen a lot of shotguns, but they should work just fine. I'll have to mess around with it because the alpha's going on until who knows when. There's Twitch drops all the way through August 16th, so I assume this is just going on for a while. Some people think it just goes until whenever. That'd be awesome. Um, but yeah, that's really cool. Some interesting little things that happen. Suppression. Suppression fucks up your vision really good. So like if you have enemy fire coming at you and it even if it's like not hitting you, it's just passing you. Um, if it's close enough, you start to get like blurred vision. You kind of sort of start to like see double a little bit, like especially in like red dot sights and hollow sights, which is really cool. You can actually like fuck with snipers. Um, and then there's flashlight attachments that partially blind you, depending on where you are. So like if you're um, close enough to somebody and they turn on you real quick, you kind of get like a little flash on your screen. Then there's actually getting flashed out, which is a wild experience. There's not a whole lot in the game that does it right now, but that is cool because it's not just the standard, oh, your entire screen turns white. It's kind of like someone's shining a flashlight at you. You can kind of like sort of see around the center of your screen, but the center is um, I don't really know how realistic that is, but I don't care. It's a cool effect. Um, you have medics can like shoot you with little Healy pistols. That's cool. It's not broken. Medics are really not all that broken in this game at all, honestly. And squads really aren't crazy overpowered unless like you really know what you're doing. And even then, I wouldn't say they're overpowered. It's just that you gotta get around them and shoot them. With the pacing of the game, vehicles can actually be used as mobile cover. I've done this numerous times where like I'm like, wow, I really want to like move up on this objective, and then somebody's in like a tank next to me, so I just start running alongside the tank, um, and so that works out great. Smoke is amazing. As far as marking enemies, this game is like a master class, and when an enemy is actually marked as an enemy. Um, So at distance, you have to be like aiming at the enemy for a period of time, or somebody has to have marked them with a recon ability or something else, or shot them for any indication to come up that says like, yes, this is in fact an enemy right here. So the game relies a lot more on like your actual what you see as opposed to oh yeah nameplates just show up or like little red triangles or whatever. And what does show up eventually is the little like class icon or whatever or operator icon in red above enemies. At close range, these things show up like all the freaking time. But it also kind of like understands what like windows are, or when somebody's like crouched down by like a car, and it doesn't give them away right away when you go over them. I don't really know how they're pulling this off. My guess would be if the player can only see like less than 50% of someone put a delay on the game actually being like, oh yeah, enemy here. But that's my best guess as to how they're pulling this off. Um, it's just hella cool because you can actually like hide in this game. Uh, that's really it. Like the level design, the map design of Havoc Warfare is crazy. There's this mission. So the one mission where you start out, the attackers are going up onto um this island in little like transport boats, the little like little rubber guys or whatever that the Navy SEALs use, kinda. I think it might be metal, but it's basically the same idea. These little boats that just go up, they got a machine gun on them, but it's kind of shit. Um, you get out of those, and then you can like go up the beach, or there's zip lines all over that go up onto like these cliffs. Um, and as you fight and you get up to this big mountain, you have to take zip lines up the whole like side of the mountain to go into this complex that's built into the mountain. So you have that whole like cave system, but then you also have all these catwalks and shit along the sides of the mountain, and all of it is open during the Charlie section of the map. So like you can flank from all kinds of different directions when you're attacking, and the defense has to look in all sorts of. They have to look over here, over there, over there. Oh, there's this path behind us that they can use, like all this crazy shit. And then the final point on Delta is like absolutely insane because you're basically like trying to spawn camp the defense team, but like they're spawning in so fast compared to you because you have to like walk back when you spawn in. So then you're like trying to put down as many respawn beacons and shit as you can as a team so that everybody can get closer to the action and you can try to overcome the defense. And oh my god, it's so fucking good. Um, and yeah, that's Havoc Warfare. It's great. Freaking love it. I've played like 11 or 12 matches already. Average time is like 25 minutes to a half hour, unless it's a steamroll. Um, yeah, Havoc Warfare. Questions, comments.
I need a
Genesis,
beta.
still alive. All right,
Yeah, I need a
cool.
beta.
Now we're getting to your favorite, Extraction. This mode's fucking nuts. All right. So if you like the DMZ, you got to play this. All right, and this game's free to play, so freaking just play it. The Extraction game mode called Tactical Turmoil. I hate the name, but it's fine, whatever. So Tactical Turmoil, you're going with a squad of 3. And the maps are a lot smaller than Call of Duty's DMZ mode or Escape from Tarkov or whatever else. Um, there's I don't know if they've officially said how many squads go in or like if it's more of a max players and not how many squads, but rough guess 7, 8, maybe. I don't even think it's double digits. Like it didn't feel like it, and we fucking decimated people. But we'll get there. Cool map design. It's very dense for how small it is, which is nice because it's not like you're gonna. First of all, it's not an extraction shooter where you're like running around being like, "Oh my god, where's the gun? Where's this? Where's that? I need all this gear." Blah 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 blah. No, no, no. Stop. Mm-mm. Full stop. You're not looking for gear and shit. What you're trying to do is extract with money or materials or complete quests so you can get rewards, and then all of that is going to go into the various progression things for your headquarters. We'll get there. Um, but bringing in gear, or you bring in whatever gear you want to bring in with you because you have an entire inventory system, a stash, and all kinds of shit. We'll get there too when we talk about the headquarters. And you're just there. You're fighting and you're trying to get all kinds of shit. The AI, thank Christ, the AI is not like the AI in Call of Duty. In fact, if anything, this AI is brain dead as all hell compared to them. Like they do fucking nothing, and they just stand in the middle of the road and let you shoot them, which is kind of sad. So hopefully they like do a little bit more with that. Um, but no, they're supposed to be like tougher AI when you go into like the restricted zones and shit like that, and like you actually like try to get further in on a map. We'll get there in a second too. Um, but the AI, they're not too bad to deal with. You're going around, you're doing shit, cool. Player team. All right, so when you get into actual like player fights and stuff, gets really interesting because unlike most games, Escape from Tarkov is an exception here, but unlike most games like they're trying to do this extraction shooter thing, this isn't necessarily like it's fast paced, but it's not blazing speed, I guess would be the best way to put it. So like if you get shot up and stuff, yes, there's items in the game there's like an injector that you can put in yourself and you will heal like hit points back, kind of, up to a point. But when you get shot in the extraction mode, shit matters. So if you get hit in the leg too many times or one time or whatever it is, I don't know all these thresholds. I played one match because I didn't want to like play anymore. I don't like playing with random people in a mode like this. That's just me. But if you get hit in the leg, you get like movement speed debuffs. You get hit in like the chest. Now you're winded and like your vision is all fucky and all this shit. And in order to get rid of all these different debuffs and stuff, you have to go into a medical tab in your inventory page, and it gives you like a whole look at like your body. And so when I got shot in the leg really bad, it was like, okay, cool, here's your injury. This is the debuff. You need to apply a tourniquet. Cool, I have a tourniquet. Boom, apply the tourniquet. That takes 6 seconds for your character to do that thing. All right, cool. Now that debuff is gone, but you're still missing hit points. All right, so now I'm going to inject myself with the injecty thing. That takes another 5 seconds. All right, now I'm healing, but I also need to take painkillers because freaking whatever the hell else is going on. So we're going to pop some painkillers. That takes 3.5 seconds. Like, you don't heal immediately in this game. There's a lot of downtime. So, like, you got to make sure you're safe. And if you want to go loot shit, it's like Escape Tarkov where you got to search shit. So you open up, like, somebody's little briefcase thing that they drop when they die, like a player, I mean. You open up their little briefcase, and you'll be able to see immediately, like, their weapon, their flak jacket, their helmet, their backpack, stuff like that. But everything inside the backpack, everything inside, like, pockets and shit, gets revealed, like, not slowly, but like every like half second to like a second, a new item will pop up, and it just goes through like all the different like boxes and shit. So if somebody has tons of inventory space and has a whole bunch of stuff on them, you're going to need a lot of time to go through it. And that's a lot of time you're completely vulnerable because you can't just be like loot all. No. You have to let the whole search thing go through. And if you like stop it, cool. You still have to go back and get that, like, search the rest of the shit. Once you search everything, then you can stop looting. You can go back and like reloot, and it'll all just like be there because you've already searched the whole thing. You know what's there. But man, like the amount of time spent healing and looting stuff and all sorts of stuff, it's such a welcome change from DMZ where it's just like, oh, quick, let's open like 8 things inside of 4 seconds and we looted it all, and now we'll, run somewhere else and go through whatever the hell we just picked up, if you even have to. The kinds of things that you find, everything under the goddamn sun. I don't know what's worth saving. I don't know what I need for later, but all these different things that you loot, either you're selling them or you're keeping them for upgrades. Because when you extract out, or if you just go back to base, you go to your headquarters. There is no lobby. There's kind of like a menu screen for tactical turmoil, but the lobby for like selecting where you're going and all that is a physical location in the game that you can walk around, and it's your headquarters. And you have all kinds of different shit in there. I haven't been able to do like anything with that because you have to level up enough. But you have like an armory. You have people who give you quests all over the place. You have a research station. You have like 4 or 5 different little thingies that give you means to buy things. You got a whole bunch of other shit that gives you like tech and stuff. If you get enough things upgraded, you can start to make your own things from like gunpowder. You can use like gunpowder and stuff to make bullets. You can use firearm parts and other things to make like attachments and stupid shit like that. You can go crazy, right? There's a ton of this shit. All you have to do is keep playing to keep leveling up, and eventually you get all these parts. And oh no, I can't find this part. This is the only part that I need, and it's just keeping me from upgrading and getting this thing that I really want. Cool. Enter the auction house sort of thing where you can sell items on the auction house for a certain amount of money, and people can buy these things.
Oh
And
my
what can you
god,
sell in
this
the
is like
auction
my
house?
fantasy.
Fucking anything. You can sell anything on the auction house, and you can buy anything that's up for sale.
I'm gonna
So
sell
I
people
literally
on
went
there.
in and bought stuff. Like, I was like, oh, let's try out the upgrade system and see how it works. And I just bought all the fucking shit that I needed because I had all this money I didn't need, and I killed 10 players in my first match. Um, so I stole all their shit. But anyway, it is hella fun. It's really cool. I didn't get to really explore the map I was on. Now, Genesis. Genesis, brace yourself.
I'm
Brace
I'm
yourself.
I'm already happy that
The
there's a black
number
market that I can live out.
the number of maps in this mode,
Mhm.
if memory serves me from what I was looking at, 7, with normal and classified difficulties for each.
Hold on, hold on. What does classified bring?
Classified requires an even higher level to play, and it has better loot and better rewards.
Okay, okay. All right, you had me at the black market imitator. Now you have me at classified difficulty with me going in and getting better loot.
It has And the quests are really cool too. The quests are kind of like similar, at least for right now, to like DMZ. Like one of the things I finished the first set of extraction shit,
Mm.
and now my second set. Oh God, if memory serves me, is like extract with 5 different medical supplies on you. Extract with like 3 tools, and extract with a toolkit or
Mm.
something, which I unfortunately
How
I
big are the
already got one.
backpacks?
But
Are they like
huh?
similar to DMZ backpacks? Or are they bigger?
Oh hell no! All right, so let's talk about backpacks. um, DMZ. Oh God, if memory serves me, there was what tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 backpack, and then
Yeah,
the
you
special
also got the
ones.
special ones. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here's how backpacks work in this game. You got There's a backpack with 14 slots, there's a backpack with 20 slots, a backpack with 18 slots. There's duffel bags that you can stuff into the backpack that also have slots, I think. And then you have on top of your backpack and the space that it has, because I'm sure there's backpacks that go beyond 20, but that's all I've seen. Um, you have your rig, which is basically like you know how like a flak jacket has all kinds of like pouches and like
Yeah.
sticky places you can put shit and all that other stuff. Yeah, so you have all your slots for that. My rig right now has an additional 18, and then you have your ammo belt, which you can put bullets and stuff into. And if you're throw this out there, bullets, full metal jacket bullets, you got hard point bullets, you got normal bullets. There's all kinds of different colors for bullets, and every single one of them you can choose which one to like load in. If you hold down reload, it pulls up a wheel of all the different types of ammo you have for the gun you're carrying, and you can choose which ones you're loading. Um,
This is a
this game's
hoarder's
fucking
dream.
wild, all right?
Oh my god. You're telling me I can carry all the bullshit I want that I wanted to carry in DMZ, and you're like, why
uh,
the fuck are you carrying all
and
this?
like,
And I'm like,
okay,
because
medical
it's worth it.
supplies. Yeah, medical supplies. I have basic first aid kits, vehicle first aid kit. Don't know what that is. Haven't had to use that yet.
I want to
A
heal a
tourniquet,
cab.
a tourniquet, a key, CAT. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's something with medical stuff, I guess. A recharge syringe, a muscle enhancer, and surgical tape. I think I also found. Um, those are just the healing items that I found in the game. And they're all needed for different things. Oh, and painkillers is another thing.
Oh, I'm gonna take hella drugs, bro.
Um, yeah, uh-huh. And then you have different vests. So I
Oh yeah,
found
I was
and
gonna say.
helmets. So like your armor vests are just basically different like actual armor values on the vests. You'll have to, I guess, eventually repair them. Maybe I don't know. I haven't been shot in my flak jacket, I
Do you
guess,
have like
nor
a
my helmet.
comm system, like how they had the Ultra One system from DMZ?
What do you mean? What?
So, like, is there a system that you can tell when enemy players are near you, like how comms vest used to have the announcer or
No.
narrator come over and be like, "Hey,
You'll
Ultra
know they're
One."
near you. That bleh. You'll know that players are near you because you'll either hear them shooting or you'll hear them moving around. But there's a debuff for that. So there's a constant um, debuff thing that's on your screen that gives you an idea of how loud you are being.
So you're telling me I could be an assassin?
Kinda. Not really, because I don't think you move that fast. But like maybe you can figure out a way. Because I also have like a bunch of heavy shit on, so I probably move slower than the average person. But what you call it? The if you like crouch, your little speaker debuff thing isn't like um as hey, you're not being as loud because you're like actually moving slowly and blah blah blah. Whereas if you're like running across gravel, you'll hear that. If you move around in bushes, they rustle. It's not overly realistic. Like don't look for the leaves to be moving around like dynamically or anything. It's just a sound
Mm.
effect that plays. But
But you can
like
distinctly
it's
tell
loud.
when it's
Yeah,
it's people versus AI.
right. Um, because AI doesn't really move around right now. So like I don't know. AI might be broken, but that's the least of this game's
I'm
worries right now.
glad with that
Um,
because DMZ AI sometimes you couldn't tell what the fuck a person and a fucking AI was running around.
uh, Yeah, it's a lot easier to tell because like AI doesn't like lay down on the trigger when they're shooting at you at least. Like they try to like actually hit you and like just do damage shot for shot as opposed to like I'm just gonna lay on this fucking trigger and magically hit you with like 80% of my rounds. Um, Player combat's really good too. Uh, just because like it's not Call of Duty. Like there are some people who try to like jump around a corner and stuff like that, but like they usually get owned in both
Good.
modes.
Good.
Um, I mean, you can. There's nothing stopping you from doing these kinds of things, but like your accuracy ain't great, and it's still
As it
very
should
close
be.
to like a battlefield game where like if you're sniping, you're gonna have to lead people, and even if you're firing like just a rifle, you're gonna have to lead if people are running. Um, and it's not as big of a thing in the extraction mode because it's a smaller map. So like those engagements are a lot more about like your actual positioning and tactics, which is basically why the squad I was with, because the one match I played, I let um, the game fill my squad, so I got two other people, and we got 16 kills across the three of us. But really, it was just two of us. I had 10, and this other dude had six, because we just kept flanking everybody. Like teams would just like stick together and try to fight us as like a whole, like kind of like a death ball sort of thing, like how Call of Duty would go. And then we were just like, oh, okay, well, here's a smoke grenade, and this dude going that way, so I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna throw a grenade, and then I'm gonna just poke out and shoot these people, and oh look, they're all dead, yay! Like, you've got to watch your flanks, get into a good position. Sure, you can run around and like win these fights. You can get the drop on people. That's always going to be a possibility, right? But like, this really isn't a fast game. It's not Call of Duty speed when it comes to movement. Um,
So it's not
Havoc
superhuman.
Warfare, different story. Havoc Warfare is closer, but it's also a bigger map, so you kind of need that speed. To give you an idea, in Havoc Warfare, it has the Battlefield classic of you can run, but then you can like super run as you like raise your gun in the air and just like fucking book it. Extraction mode can't do that. Only one level of run, and it's not very fast. So they're making really good developmental decisions, and they're really trying to like establish these modes as very different things, and they play very differently, and it is just so freaking cool. I can't wait to play this extraction mode with you, Genesis, or anybody else who wants to play it, because it is just oh so good, so good. And
Scratch
then the
that DMZ
safes.
itch we've been missing.
When you open a safe, you got to do a little mini game with the combination. You got to like stop this rotating thing on like the right letters in order to open up the safe. Oh, good stuff. It's not just alarms and AI coming. It's just, hey, you're gonna have to be here for a little bit, and you have to be like exposed. So do you think you're safe enough? We'll find out. And
Like
I
it.
love that approach to this. I love that approach to extraction shooters.
I like it.
Genesis, final thoughts. Any questions? Come on, hit me with
Bro,
stuff.
the fact that I could be a black market dealer, the fact that there's 18 different pockets in a bag and myself, and I don't have to deal with sliding, sniping, fucking shitheads in Call of Duty. Count me in. I'm ready for this. I just need a beta. Just give me a beta for PlayStation, and I'm good. I'm in. I'm in day one. Is this supposed to be a free to play game, or
It's free
are
to play.
we?
Free to
Okay.
play.
All right.
Oh, you don't sound happy about that.
No, 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 no. I'm fine with it as long as they
Uh,
don't fuck it over. Just as keep developing for it. We'll keep putting money into it. I'm good. I'll buy the battle pass and I'm good.
I mean, so let's see what I can glean because like there's no paying for anything in the game right now. Like there is no shop.
Mm.
But if I had to guess what would be in the shop, mostly progression items. Um, Probably things to like increase weapon XP gains in matches or like the ability to just buy the weapon XP coins, which I'm sure people will like argue that it's broken, and I guess to an extent, like yeah, okay, people are like buying power, quote quote, but like all they're getting is attachments out of it. The gun doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
Um, if you find a setup that works for you, you're just gonna do good with it. So like play around. Oh yeah, speaking to that point, you can go into the firing range, and if you're playing around with a gun, you can hit a button to go back to like your attachment screen, put shit on, go back to the firing range immediately, and just start using it with the new attachments on it. You don't have to keep going in and out of menus and other stupid shit like that. You can just keep changing shit all within the firing range. Um, so it could be a little quicker, but details. Um, I forgot where I was originally. What was I talking about?
The battle pass in the shop.
Oh yeah. So what I think they're really gonna do is they could put operators in the shop. Um, but right now the two operators that aren't just unlocked over time from just gaining XP. One is from logging in 3 consecutive days, and then the
So just like daily
other,
login bonuses.
yeah, and then the other is a Shara Bazaar quests, or however the hell you pronounce the whatever fake country we're in. But yeah, there's quests for them,
Oh, you
and
mean the Al Qaeda country we're in?
yeah. Um, so there's like special quests with that, um, where you get this. There's a lot of different currencies that you can spend here and there to get like certain things. There's daily missions for the game. There's daily missions for each mode. There's the bazaar missions, and that's not bizarre as in strange, bizarre as in shop. There's those missions. There's like challenges that get you shit too, and then you have the quests for the extraction mode, tactical turmoil. So there's a whole bunch of like stuff that they could easily be like, oh yeah, you could do like all these quests, or you could like pay money and get like the item now. I can see them doing that, and honestly, cool. Have that. Like I'm fine with doing all these quests and challenges. That just gives me something to do while I'm playing the game, and encourages me to use like different weapons or different operators or whatever the freaking hell. And in the alpha, I've been trying to try everybody. Uh, but yeah, daily login bonuses. What's nice about the daily login bonuses, at least in the alpha here, if you do a full week, 7 days consecutively, you get a weapon skin. That's pretty cool. um, you also get a weapon skin for completing enough dailies and getting these little eagle metal currency thing. If you get 1050 of that, you get a weapon skin for a different gun. Uh, I don't know. I think it'll be fine. Like I don't see this really being an issue that it's free to play. I think it's a good move for the game overall because if they can make a name for themselves, then maybe they make more of these games. Or like iterate on it, make like maybe they don't even have to make a new game necessarily, but they could just make like huge updates to the game. Um, there's a lot of stuff that's locked in the alpha. Um, and there's things on the UI that imply that there's more like different modes and shit. So like Havoc multiplayer has a drop down, like it's a drop down. It's got the little like carrot for what game mode you're playing, and all that it has right now is attack, defend, and you can't click on it, but like it's there, so there's gonna be more modes. Um, and there's like a few other things in the game where like there's more sections for like daily shit that is all grayed out and unavailable during the alpha and stuff like that. So there's a whole bunch more that's already been planned. Um, but I'm excited. I can't stop talking about it. Adam was listening to me when I first started playing the game, and I was on cloud 10. We went
Yeah.
past 9.
Oh,
Fuck that cloud.
Yeah, he was way
wow.
past that.
Cloud?
Wow, what did
Why
nine do
was
to
I involved in this?
you?
9 was too slow. It was too low, man. I had to keep going higher. You know what I mean? Um,
Wow.
but anyway, I've talked enough. Anybody else? Destinoto, you got any comments? I don't know if this is your kind of game or not. I don't know if you're a Battlefield kind of guy.
I did like Battlefield for a while. It was my preferred between that and Call of Duty, and then it started going places I didn't want to go.
Yeah, and I felt that way too. And this
Um,
game, I'm like, oh my fucking, I can't get enough of it. So like, check it out.
I from what you were saying, it sounded a little like PUBG a little bit too, like with the looting situation. I don't know
It's been so long. I'm sure that game has changed completely since when I played.
if I mean most of the core games still there, I think. Um, yeah, they've
PUBG
just
did
been
take more
like
time to loot things,
yeah, 'cause you gotta,
but I don't.
stand there, drag stuff in. Um,
Yeah, I don't remember
I
it
don't know
being
if
a
Warzone
search
was
time
like
though.
that or
Oh
how
no,
it was, but
Warzone. No, Warzone was like you freaking open the thing, you hit a button, you take off, like, and you're just out of
oh
there.
yeah, PUBG
My
was
backpack used to be
definitely more
full.
like actual looting, which is what this game kind of sounds like, but even
Oh yeah.
more like in like interactive.
hmm
Yeah. Hmm.
The one thing I haven't figured
Sounds
out
interesting.
is how to spin things. But you should be able to rotate objects to like put them into little grids and shit. But again, I only played one match because I didn't. I'm. It's not nothing against the extraction mode. I just don't like to play it either A by myself or B with random people. I'd rather play with a group, and I'm having too much fun in Havoc Warfare anyways. So I'm just like, cool. I played the mode. I can talk about it. All right, back to
Hmm.
that. I tried SMGs and assault rifles and sniper rifles. They all felt good. They all can kill. Damage drop off at range is really nice. You're not getting freaking owned from across the map unless it is a sniper. And having now sniped, I understand that like, oh yeah, when that sniper like hits me, unless the person's actually cheating, like which I haven't encountered, but I'm just saying. When snipers now hit me at like extreme range, I'm like, damn, all right, you made a good shot. Or I'm like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have been standing there like an idiot.
Hmm.
Cause it's hard to lead the shots. It's like it's a good game. It's real good. It's like the better battlefields, but like better than those two because there's just a lot more going on and vehicles are finally balanced, or at least would be if more people freaking use the anti-tank class. Come on, bro. It's right there. Just swap your operator for 2 seconds. It's okay. It's okay. I'll live. We won that one match because I was persistent and I stayed on the anti-vehicle person and I got myself killed to get more rockets. I was like, nobody else is taking out these vehicles. All right, I blew one up. Now, somebody shoot me, please. Somebody shoot me. Yes, I got my rockets back. But like, no, like 3, 4 rockets at most to take out any vehicle in the game. Sometimes two if it's a lighter armored vehicle. Like, it's really not bad.
Seems very realistic.
Like you can pull out the same class that has like the anti tank shit has the repair pistol. That thing is slow as shit to repair anything, but good. Makes it harder.
This game sounded like Mag, and I really want to play it.
You got a hard on for Meg.
Oh God, Mag back in the day was my thing, bro. Oh my goodness, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, you liked it too? All right.
Yeah.
Mag was crazy.
What a great game. So ahead of
What a
its
fucking
time.
crazy game. Yeah, ahead of its time. Just something that wasn't ready for the generation that it was on. It should have been on like PS4 or PS5. It would have been supported way better.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been supportable.
Yeah,
Because I
256
don't think they
man
had the
lobbies.
resources to support those servers they were running
Yeah,
by itself.
ridiculous.
And then they gotta update the game and oh,
Cost too much to run those servers, I would assume.
Oh, just in order, you got a PC to watch shit on. You got Discord probably too. I could share screen this shit to you.
of
Right now, the alpha's
course.
only on PC, but if you join Discord,
Oh, okay, okay.
Genesis, I don't know if you got anything. I don't know if phone. do phones allow you to watch somebody's screen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
as long as you're in the same channel.
Okay. Or wait, you have like a Chromebook or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work too. All right. If it can run Discord, I assume it can.
Yeah.
You guys gotta check it out. You gotta watch. It's so freaking cool.
Listen, I just need a beta for PlayStation, and I'm in, bro. I'm
It's
sold.
gonna happen. Like they've confirmed PS5 and Xbox for months. So
Here's I'm hoping it does.
so I'm so excited. Hopefully there's player count. I mean, right now there's player count. There's even for ranked play. Like the longest time I had to wait for a match was at 7:30 this morning for 20 seconds.
Wow.
The shortest 2 seconds
What's the
for a
concurrent
match of
player count look
64.
like?
Uh, I don't know if you can see it. So Steam Charts has a count, but it shouldn't have a count because the alpha isn't run through Steam. Apparently, you can get Steam keys for it by watching like Twitch streams and shit like that. But like the alpha isn't run through Steam unless they change something. But what I was reading when I got like accepted, it sounds like they want you to use their launcher for right now. It will be on Steam in the future, but like it's through their launcher right now. So I'm assuming
Oh,
they don't have all that shit set up yet. But according to Steam charts, there's like 7,100, and that's definitely not right for how quickly I'm getting into 64 player matches.
yeah.
There's also a world chat when you're sitting in the menus. That's really funny because people are just acting like idiots in there. So you
You
can either
posted
laugh
to
at them
some
or you can like
Nigerian guy.
watch your IQ just drop like a freaking elevator with no winch.
I'm in an elevator with no winch. I want to be dropped as hard as I can on the floor. That's what I need.
Oh,
Straighten out my back.
all right, I talked it to death. Anything else? No. All right, moving on. God, it's 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Moving on to the end. Genesis, take
I'm
us
sorry,
home.
everybody.
Now you're good.
Oh no. Listen. You want
We
to
had a
talk
lot
about
of
the
topic
subject?
talk today. We got a lot of discussion. Genesis, not a lot of words
Everybody
from
did
you.
have, yeah,
Not a lot of words
not a
from
lot
you
of words,
today.
but Genesis absorbed a lot.
Genesis, you absorbed a lot. How do you feel? You haven't really talked this episode. How do you feel? Are you doing
He
okay?
feels
Did
like
you like this one?
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Do you feel like
Yeah.
SpongeBob? Do you got the suds?
I feel like I have the suds. To be honest with you, I actually do. I feel like I have the suds. My
Here, let
head's
me
just
use you
pounding
as
a
a
little bit now, and I'm
sponge.
like, fuck.
My God.
All
Now,
right.
Daddy, let me ask you a question real quick about
Yeah.
this. Everything I've just said, are you excited for both Havoc Warfare and the Tactical Turmoil modes,
Oh
or are you
yeah.
just
I
looking
mean,
to play?
considering I'm not getting COD, and I don't plan on getting any first-person
I feel
shooter
like this
anytime
guy's getting
soon.
cut. He hasn't mentioned it
I'm
enough.
not. Shut up. This will be a game that when it comes out, yes, this will probably be the multiplayer shooter that I'm looking to. Because
Hmm.
First Ascendant is cool, but that's like a looter shooter, and that's
Yeah,
PvE. So this would be that shooter that I'm like, yeah, this would be the thing that I play like, you know, constantly. Where I'm like, yeah, we'll play this, and then when you're on, we'll play Extraction, whatever.
right.
But
Chris
yeah,
Kyle
oh yeah.
claimed to be a looter shooter.
What?
What?
That's a really dark joke. Chris Kyle, the American
Who's,
Sniper movie guy,
oh,
he claimed that he shot a bunch of people looting in Louisiana after Hurricane Katrina.
Oh,
So
Speaking of weather,
that
man,
was a
y'all
really
see the
dark joke.
tornadoes that happened up in
hell
upstate New
yeah.
York?
Yeah, yeah.
That was wild.
Tornado
What
Alley, it's moving east, confirmed.
the fuck
Still
is
moving
going
east.
on?
I
Crazy.
mean, that's what
Tornado
happens.
Alley is experiencing urban sprawl.
we're getting a tornado?
We had a tornado.
We're getting a
That
tornado.
was a
Can we
perfect
keep it?
dark. That was a perfect dark one right there. We're getting a tornado.
No,
The tornado's already happened, my guy.
I don't know if I misheard it, but like to me, it sounded like he was like, oh, "We're getting a tornado. Can we keep it?"
Yeah, it did sound like that a little bit. I know
Crafting
we
and Chat
both
is officially
recently
adopting
watched
tornadoes.
Twister, and now Tornado's coming to here, so get excited.
Now we're
But
storm chasers.
well, there's been tornadoes here
Dude,
before. Like there's one
why?
recorded
Hang
from
on.
like the 50s that went from like
Yeah.
Gettsville to Amherst or something like that.
That
Oh
was the
Like
last time we
dear.
had one big one in the 50s, right?
we've never really had a big one. The one that was here was an F1, and like they don't really get much stronger than that here. I think we've had an F2 in the past, but they're not super common here. But yeah, over the last like 30 to 40 years, Tornado Alley has been moving east mostly due to climate change. Um, so the places that been getting hit a lot in like the Midwest or like the mid, it's like the literally the middle of the country, in the South. They're mostly Florida's now getting a lot more tornadoes than they used to. Louisiana and Florida are getting fucking hammered by now hurricanes and tornadoes. That's why weather just keeps getting crazier around here. So 20 years from now, we might have an F2, we might have an F3, but currently we don't. So
I saw some pictures of the actual damage that happened. I mean,
yeah, it ripped
it's
a
not like
roof
it was
off.
nothing.
It
It was pretty
destroyed some.
substantial.
Yeah, it didn't. Thankfully, nobody was injured or killed, but it did some
Yeah, a lot of
damage.
property damage. A lot of
Yeah,
property damage going on.
I don't know if it even reached $1 million in property damage. Probably not, honestly. Probably a couple hundred
But for
thousand.
but for like Buffalo and
For here,
Buffalo
yeah,
standards, that would be pretty severe property
yeah.
damage because they
Also,
don't have that here.
also like a what was it? Like a month ago, there was another tornado, like not even that far from here,
Yeah,
and then and like not
there was one I
Genesee.
think in
I don't know.
Rochester. I think yesterday or something like that. There was one
Well,
that
yeah,
hit in
there was also that
Rochester.
hurricane that was happening in Florida. That's why we got the inclement weather around here. That's why it
Hmm.
poured yesterday. Absolutely
Yeah.
poured and flooded everywhere. It sucked.
Yeah, a lot of people's basements got flooded yesterday.
Yeah, not as bad as Lockport did the one year. Remember that, Kevin?
Yeah,
Good times, good
I remember
times.
that. It was
I remember
wild. It was
that.
not good times.
Yeah, a friend of mine lost his house because of it.
Yeah.
Also in a divorce. Good times.
Oh,
He's good now. He's engaged.
that's good.
Somebody else. All right, Genesis,
All
take
right.
us home.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 213 of Crafting and Chat. We'll be back next Tuesday with more stuff to talk about. We'll see as the week goes on for stuff that's we're going to talk about. I don't know. We'll probably have impressions of something. You know we always do. Catch us on twitch.tv/craftingandchat, youtube.com starting too late with 2 R's. Oh man, what's my weekly advice for this week? Um, adopt a
Get
tornado.
bent.
Adopt a tornado near you. And
You said get in bed?
Get bent.
Oh, get
get
bent.
bent.
Okay. You said get in bed?
Join the participate in the Adopt a Tornado program and own your own tornado today. So
Wow.
they're really nice to keep. They help you sustain your life longer. So highly recommend. Everybody have a nice night. Take care. We'll see you guys next week. Bye,
See you
bitches.
later. Tune in next week to see if Arrowhead nerfs his podcast.